Creativity Talkin, episode 110, with special guests Jason Clark with an E and Robert Armstrong with an Ng. Take it away, V.
Thank you, Biff. Hey, do you ever get that bourbon that we needed from last week?
No, your bastard drank too much, so I told you had to switch to wine this week.
All right, sounds good. Anyway, so today we're going to be talking about Halloween, music affected by Halloween, TV and film that surrounds Halloween. But we're also going to talk about stuff that happened during the week that's absolutely ridiculous and in the entertainment sphere. So, get ready, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, Creativity with the Vag. Jason Clark.
Yes, sir.
And Robert Armstrong.
The biggest badge.
Oh, hey, we are what we eat. So what's going on, gentlemen? Oh, what are we drinking tonight? I am going to open up a bottle of Yellowtail Cabernet Sauvignon.
Sauvignon.
And I will be smoking some lemon cake 30% THC pre-rolled, which happens to be legal in the state of Illinois where I live. Thank you very much.
Nice. Fantastic.
Jason.
Well, go ahead, Jason. I'm drinking the Nectar of the South. That would be Busch Light. And I've got the limited edition Halloween cans with the orange trim and digital camouflage. Come on.
Nice. And Rob, how about you, sir?
Apparently, I stand corrected. I'm not the biggest vag tonight.
Well, no, Jason's just the biggest pussy.
Yeah, but listen, my fridge is like 10 steps from me, and I've got some Woodford Reserve. I've got some Crown Royal.
Ooh, Woodford.
Vodka, so I can shit gears anytime
Nice.
I want.
And you see that, millennials and people of younger generations, you can have really good friends, call them a pussy, and we're just joking. It's okay.
And they love you for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know, what do these people just sit there and not insult each other all day? I don't get it.
That would be so boring.
Yeah.
That's what people know.
By the way, I am sitting outside. It is probably between 65 and 70. However, the rain is going to be starting. It already started, but it's kind of like just drizzling right now.
Mm-hmm.
But let me know if it gets too windy. If my microphone picks up a little too much wind, I'll go inside and huddled into one of the bedrooms.
Hey, the rain falling kind of gives it that Van Halen vibe from Take Your Whiskey Home.
There you go.
So
take your wine home.
Absolutely.
Anyway, I am drinking a new. I've never tried this before. It's a vineyard called Angeline, and it's a Merlot. And it's very nice. It's very well rounded, and it's very smooth. It doesn't have the acidic bite that I typically get with a $20 bottle of wine. This is kind of like a little bit more expensive for the occasion.
Spent $20 on a bottle of wine? Good God.
Hey, Jason, pick your knuckles off the ground, brother.
No, that's what I normally get. I stepped up for the occasion for tonight and got a better bottle of wine.
Yeah, I'm drinking an $8 bottle tonight.
Couple of winos.
Right. You know.
Oh, hey, that's Vinos.
Vinos.
Right.
Absolutely. You know.
Rob, does it have a twist top on it?
Unfortunately.
Wow. So, Jason, have you ever drinking wine that didn't come in a Mylar bag?
Well, the funny thing is, I was surprised that it actually did have a twist top, and it's very good.
Wow. Yeah, there's a couple of them like that.
Yeah.
And now they have mixed. Yeah, now they have mixed.
But apparently I was psychic, you know.
Yeah, now they have mixed drinks in that, like the box wine thing. They have mixed drinks like that now. You can get, and it holds two bottles of booze.
Yeah, White Claw makes them.
And the people who don't drink, don't worry, White Claw. Don't worry, you can enjoy the show with coffee or soda or anything non-alcoholic. Yeah. We're just choosing, and we're not driving, and we're being proactive, sitting at home.
That's right.
Being old men, not sitting in a recliner on a Saturday night.
That's right. I already finished my cigar, so.
Nice. Oh, yeah, nothing like a nice wet cigar, you know what I mean?
But Jason, going back to your ribbing with me earlier about the $25 bottle of wine, I went to a party last night Oh, actually, it was a dinner. Me and my wife went and visited a friend of hers, and her husband is a lawyer. And she wanted to get together with Rose because her father passed away a couple of weeks ago. Well, actually, a little more than a month ago. And so they invited us over for dinner. So I'm like, you know what? The guy's got good taste in wine. I'm not going to go over there with a $20 bottle of wine. So I ended up getting this Cabernet that was around $60.
Nice.
And I don't know if he knew his wines that well, but as we're saying our good nights and everything, he goes, "Oh wait, here I got something for you," and he hands me a Glenlivet 12 years old Scotch.
So he knew what you gave him.
Which is a $60 bottle of wine.
He knew what you gave him.
He did, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now it's interesting.
That's what I'll be doing for football tomorrow.
Nice. I can't drink red wine. Like, I can't drink Merlot. I'm allergic to it, but I can drink Cabernet. Isn't that weird? I can drink blends.
That's weird, yeah.
Yeah, but for some, like one sip, and I'm like, bleh.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Wine every once in a while.
Hey, so something funny happened to me the other day. So I'm outside of work at night, and I'm in the alley, right? Well, not night, it was probably 5 o'clock. And this woman's walking through, and she's looking older. And I'm like, oh, I think I went to school with her. Oh, yeah, that's Susie. So I'm like, okay, this is interesting. So I walk up to her. I'm like, hey, Susie, because she was looking at me weird. She kind of thought I looked familiar, but I looked so much different than way back then.
Yeah, you didn't have hair.
Right, exactly. And I'm like,
did she want to rub your head?
Well, hey. No.
Hey, it's gonna cost me. Rub-a-dub-dub, Andrew's got a chub.
So anyway, so I'm like, hey, Susie, what's going on? She's like looking at me. I'm like, Vince Custas. She's like, oh my God, you're alive?
She thought rumors of your deaths were greatly exaggerated.
That's like the 25th time that's happened since I've got moved back to Illinois in 20 years. Oh my God, you're still alive? I thought you'd be dead.
And your yearbook, were you voted most likely to die young?
Apparently.
Yeah, most likely not to be in the yearbook because I cut class all the time, and I wasn't a jock who supported the head coach who was screwing half the cheerleaders. Oh, did I say that out loud? Oh, I'm sorry.
I had that.
Guy's a fucking scumbag. Yeah. Yeah, they didn't do anything because, you got the first place trophy. Sports is more important. Go team.
Mm-hmm.
And then they busted this art teacher. No, I'm sorry, a band teacher at the other high school here for having a situation about 20 years ago with the ex-student. Fired him. And I'm like telling everyone, what about this coach blah, 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 blah? Silence. No one gave a shit. But they'll fire the dude who's teaching drama at the other school, but not the coach who's now in the, Illinois Football Hall of Fame or whatever the fuck it is.
Huh.
Funny how politics work like that.
Yeah. Guy was a fucking tool. But,
Sure.
Anyway.
Well, the tools rule nowadays, don't they?
Right. Okay, where did I put the... Hold on a second. Hold on one second. Had to get the... No, I had to get the remote. I had to turn the air conditioner off. Son of a bitch. What was that? Was that someone farting?
It might be the rain on my gazebo.
Oh.
Yeah, it did start raining again.
Nice. Nice. Okay, so, all right, let's start with Halloween. It started with the Monster Mash probably earlier. Let's talk about some tunes and bands that are influenced by costumes and dressing up and the theme of Halloween.
Okay.
Whoever wants to go first is fine with me.
What about King Diamond?
My favorite...
How about him?
Yeah. Oh, my favorite Halloween song of all time. That song, Halloween, is one of my favorites of all time. It just... Mickey D on the drums and just tearing it up, man.
Yeah, I saw King at the Chance Theater in Poughkeepsie, New York in like 1987.
right up the road.
Yeah, I was front row. This was just after Mickey went to Motorhead.
Yeah, he was a Motorhead for like 20 years, wasn't
Yeah. And Snowy Shaw was drumming. It was Conspiracy Tour. And
now Mickey D's with the Scorps.
Yeah, sure is. Mm-hmm. But a great show, and I got one of Andy LaRocque's guitar picks down in my room, as a matter of fact. It's amazing that I haven't lost it after all these years.
Wow.
All the moves, everything, still got the thing. So
Very nice, very nice. Rob, have you ever seen King Diamond and Merciful Fate?
I have not.
Me neither.
I mean, I hate to say it, but I've never been into that kind of music.
Yeah.
So, I mean, with Leon and everything, with the Slayer, I'm like, no.
Yeah, I like a couple of Slayer's tunes, but, I'm not into them.
I mean, I had the cassette Rain and Blood.
How can you not? That's a great album.
It was funny that it was the same album on each side.
Right.
I just couldn't get into it.
It starts like this.
And how does it end?
right. I like some Slayer. I've seen them a couple times.
Oh, they're a good band. They're just not, my thing.
I'll tell you what, being a concert photographer, I'd love to see them.
Right.
I would love to see them.
Well, they hung it up last year, so you're SOL.
Well, King Diamond, I know King Diamond wants to join another band, too.
What?
Yeah. I don't know what band he wants to play with. Loudwire had announced it earlier today that he's looking to join another band, not Slayer.
Okay, so yesterday, what's the dude's name?
Oh, wait, Rob, are you talking about Kerry King?
Oh, you're talking King Diamond.
Yeah. Kerry King from Slayer wants to start another band, but that would be great. With King Diamond, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
I'm not into that music either.
King's still touring. I mean, he's, he had a heart attack a couple years ago. Lives in Houston now.
Oh, King Diamond?
I think it's Houston. Yeah, down in Texas.
Yeah.
And
the dude's like 5'2". The dude's small. Small in stature, huge in voice.
Yeah.
So I have a funny story.
Another one?
Yeah. It was 1986. And
Tell him Large Mark sent you.
Tell him Lars Mark sent you.
So my guitar player and drummer at the time went to go see King Diamond. I at that time, could care less. And I wasn't really into the whole thing with Slayer and thrash and blah, blah. I like Metallica and Anthrax, but beyond that, not really. So they go to the show. And my buddies were good at getting backstage all the time. They found the way in, like most of the people that we know that were adventurous. So they're backstage with King Diamond, and this chick walks up. When we say chick in the 80s, people, so get over it. We're not doing it to offend. We're just doing it for clarity.
It's not like you said broad.
The words, well, broad is even, we use that all the time here. Tough broad. That means that's a positive thing,
Term of endearment.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Back when everyone knew what they were. So
Right.
they so this chick walks up to him and hands him a femur bone. And they're sitting there and like they've got like whoever was the drummer at the time, they've got his I don't know if Mickey D was on that album, but anyway, so they have the drum skin from him and they want to get it signed, and they got other shit that was thrown out. And so they go to him, they're like someone just texted me, said, "You ruined the Kiss concert for me because Paul Stanley's singing a track." That's hilarious. So she's like, "Yeah, my friend was a huge fan of Merciful Fate, and you, of course, and da-da-da-da." And then, like, her two other friends walk up. Well, they had gone to the fucking cemetery.
Oh, God. You kidding.
And they fucking dug up their friend and took his fucking femur bone.
Oh, my God.
And they're like freaking out. And like he said, King Diamond just literally took the bone as they handed it to him and handed it to his assistant. And like, get the fucking thing, get this out of here.
Right.
It's like, hey, some people, you have to know when an act is an act. Does he worship the devil? Well, he has his own religion. You know, it's not worshiping the devil. It's, you know, it's not devil worship. You know, whatever. But, you know, dude, he's putting on an act.
Mm-hmm.
He's a performer. You know what I mean? That's just crazy.
Oh, some people take it too far.
Oh,
Obviously.
for sure. Right. You know, just like, oh, Motley Crue's devil music. No, it's a marketing ploy for the pentagram. Rush had a pentagram. No one called them devil worshippers.
Right.
You know. But, you know, yeah, so we got Monster Mash. We have A Nightmare on My Street by DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince.
Mr. Scary.
Yeah, from Talkin.
Be My Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Frankenstein.
Werewolves of London. Somebody's Watching Me. Don't Fear the Reaper. Superstition. Dracula's Wedding by Outkast.
I think Thriller's my number one all-time Halloween song.
That's a great tune. You know it's October when you hear Vincent Price on the radio.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, they did a huge production of that.
But what about the old German band Halloween, huh? Remember
Oh,
those?
dude, Halloween's a great band. I really love those guys. Yeah, there was like, they were like, I think Dream Theater kind of took their thunder away.
Yeah.
Like they were right in the same vein, and then Dream Theater popped up, and everyone's like, what? You know. I don't know. It seemed like there was a battle there to be like the heavy metal rush in between Queensryche and like Halloween and a couple other bands at the time.
Killer Dwarfs.
Uh-huh. Then we have Black Magic Woman by Santana.
Yeah.
Let's see. Running with the Devil, of course, by Van Halen. Witchy Women by the Beagles.
See You in Hell, Grim Reaper.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I love Grim Reaper. One of my favorite. Yeah. Yeah, that's a great album.
You know, Nick Bocott's working for Sweetwater out in Indiana now.
Is he really?
Yeah. Yeah. He worked for Marshall for a lot of years. Marshall Amplification, but yeah, he's out doing things for Sweetwater. He's doing like their online stuff, doing interviews, you know, for their YouTube channel and all
Really?
that stuff.
We're gonna have to have him on.
That'd be awesome.
I remember I went. It was it's New Year's Eve. I was underage. Me and both my girlfriend at the time. All of us were underage. We wound up getting into this bar, and I had never heard Grim Reaper before. So I'm like 17, and they're on They're on TV. Like it was probably like HBO or on TV, whatever the thing was, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, who the hell is this band, and why do they have a 300-pound singer?
Steve.
Yeah, and the dude was a monster. I mean, not in a bad way. That guy could sing, man. Uglier than I don't know what's more ugly than that guy, but holy shit, could that guy sing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Lust for Freedom was always my warm-up vocal.
Yeah. You know, he's still touring. He lost a leg. I think he's diabetic.
Oh, did he
So
find
he's
it?
got like a prosthetic, but he's still touring over there under the moniker Steve Grimmett's Grim Reaper.
Yeah, I've seen that on like Blabbermouth here and there, but it's interesting how people, you know, sometimes it's like, you know, like why I love Talkin. Always have loved Talkin.
Mm-hmm.
Don, buddy, we love you. It's time, you know.
Well, I told you that George Lynch and Talkin are going to be doing a reunion this December.
Yeah, I saw the ad today. It's who's it? It's
Well, speaking of the chant,
yeah, they're with Lita Ford. Yeah, it's Talkin, George Lynch, and then Lita Ford for the for the whole show. Yeah,
not at the chant. It's that Lita doesn't have a chance, but it's going to be. They were supposed to come out to Soundgarden or Stereo Garden out here in Patchogue, which is like 20 minutes up the road from me. And it has not been announced yet. I had reached out to the promoter a month ago, and I told him that, you know, I still have my ticket for George Lynch, you know, before the COVID. So, we're not supposed to say that. But he said, well, it's not announced yet, but it's supposed to be announced in a couple of weeks, which was, you know, a couple of weeks ago. But he said that Talkin and he were going to be doing an anniversary show on December 14th, and my ticket was still good for that show, but it has not been formally announced yet. So I'm still waiting for that. And then he's going to let me get in with my camera. So
right,
awesome. Yeah, you'll have to send me some George pics when that happens. That's
absolutely. Me too.
Yeah, and George Lynch's I don't know if it's his son-in-law, but I know he's definitely baby daddy for his grandkid. Yeah, the guitar player from Judas Priest, who
Richie. Yeah.
Who, if he wasn't 4 miles away from the best heart center in the area, he would have died on stage. I mean, that's just crazy.
Yeah.
And they only did a 1 hour show. Usually, But I don't know did Kirk Hammett finish the show for him? Is that what I saw, or did just Kirk come out and play a tune with them?
I didn't hear any details. I mean, I heard he had an issue and he had surgery, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, an aortic dissection.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so I mean, that's usually something you don't come back from.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
he's married to George's daughter.
Oh, okay, they are married?
In Nashville now. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, my ex-father-in-law passed away from that very condition.
Wow.
Yeah.
What causes that? I mean, do you know?
It's just hereditary.
Oh, wow.
So the boys had to get checked, and they got make sure that isn't in the cards for them, so to speak.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Lighter. Dude. Hi, I'm doing a show. Let's take your lighter. Hey, Seth, say hi to Rob and Jason real quick.
How's it going?
You hear him, guys?
Oh, what's up?
What up?
What's up, man?
He's killing some terrorists in his video game.
Oh, fantastic.
Shoot one for me.
Right? Yeah. Absolutely. Oh, look, there's 25 people complaining at a school board meeting.
Right.
Dude, the fact that they're even making Americans, and they're saying they're domestic terrorists, fuck right off.
Oh, yeah.
That's ridiculous. We have the right to say something, you know what I mean? That's just fucking ridiculous.
Well, you just hit the keyword, the right. They don't like the rights.
Right. Oh, some rights are wrong.
Yeah. We're living in strange times.
But
boys.
anyone should be able to say what they want. Especially if it's their kids.
You're living in the right country, too.
Right. Yeah. Amazing. But anyway. So it looks like the dude from Judas Priest is going to be all right. I'm sure KK Downing was like, hey, I'm sure the guy was calling as soon as that dude fucking hit the ground. As soon as, boom, ring. Hello, mates.
He was pretty pissed that they didn't call him.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do?
I don't.
Oh,
dude, you got your own thing going on.
Right. So you're willing to screw your other band.
Exactly.
Okay. But I don't know. I never, I didn't think that KK Downing had any issues with those guys anyway. I mean, he's the one who retired.
The only issue that he had was George Lynch's wife, who was the manager for both George Lynch and Judas Priest. And they were kind of like strong-arming him out anyway.
Oh, really?
This
I did not know.
This is my band, and you're strong-arming me out. And that's why, George was getting more solos and long extended solos and the last note of the solos. And, KK saw the writing on the wall. So
you talking about Glenn Tipton, Rob?
Yeah. Well, who did I say? George Lynch?
You said George, yeah.
It's okay. We're all getting older.
I swear this is my first glass.
Right. Right. Yeah. Rob, I'm the one smoking pot.
Hey, what year is that Merlot you got there with? 1565. Stuff's highly fermented.
Mm-hmm. Holy shit. Hey, that's going to cost me.
Man, I might have to call it a night early.
Hey, that cost me a pig heart valve.
Right.
But yeah, I meant Glenn Tipton.
Yeah.
I did almost name the podcast tonight called Where's Andrew?
There you go.
and we do want to know.
Yeah, we do. He is our Waldo.
I did a quick search. I couldn't find him.
Yeah, I tried looking for him a few times as well through the years. And then after me and Jay talked, I did the same thing.
Yeah. You remember his last name?
Shenfield.
Yeah, Scheinfeld.
I thought it was Sheffield.
It's spelled Schenfield.
Oh, okay, Sheffield.
Yeah, I'm not a town in fucking England, dude.
Nice Jewish.
Dude.
Come on.
So that's why my search came up empty. I was searching the wrong last name.
Right?
Yeah,
It'd have been
I tried
funny
to
if you
read
found him
but
that way, though.
I turned up nothing either.
He just puts his thing on social media because everyone mispronounces his last name.
Yeah. Did you know that he and I got arrested on the Intercoastal one night?
Oh my God.
No.
Did I ever tell you this story?
No.
Yeah, he and I went down, probably down to Summers on the beach.
Oh yeah.
And we had stopped at the corner store. I don't know if it was a 7-Eleven or like a Circle K or whatever. And got like 8-pack of the baby buds, like
Nice.
the 6 or 8 ounce cans.
They weren't little kings?
The half cans.
Oh.
Yeah.
And we're just walking down the street, and the cop pulls up. What do you guys got? Well, we got some baby buds. So he says, I'm gonna have to give you guys citations. You're not supposed to be. Excuse me. You're not supposed to be drinking on the Intercoastal. What's the Intercoastal? It's like what you're walking on. You're not supposed to be on the beach, open containers on the beach. So we actually had to spend the night in jail for that.
That's hilarious.
And, yeah, they took us in. They, handcuffed and stuff, and like for fucking beer, man.
Right.
And we were both legal.
Yeah.
So it's just like
That's even worse. Like, why didn't they just give you a ticket?
The night, and then my roommate Eric came and picked us up in the morning. Goes, what the fuck, man? So he had his court date prior to mine, and he actually got off because he was he knew how to talk to the judge. He goes, but they were baby buds, like one of those. And the judge starts laughing. He goes, I like this guy. And he goes, case dismissed.
Dude, your police officer arrested me for 2/3 of a
Just
beer.
small beers. I should only spend a half a night in jail.
Yeah, there you go. So I had my court date, and I don't know if I had a wrong judge or a different judge, and he didn't find any humor in the case, and he fined me. He wanted me to go to
Rikers Island.
Yeah.
He wanted me to do whatchamacallit?
Community?
Community service.
Not community service, Alcoholics Anonymous type program.
Oh, get the fuck out of
Like
it.
what? For 2
Yeah.
ounces of beer? Jeez.
Yeah,
It's like, we'll let the Jew go, but the Indians got to get a fucking, they drink.
exactly.
That's
Yeah.
bullshit, dude.
I'm going to save him.
That's
He
total
went off-
bullshit.
He went off the reservation.
I'm going
Oh,
to save him from the fire water.
hey, we're just from different tribes.
That's fucking bullshit. Because really, if anyone knowing both of these guys, Andrew at first look comes off way harsher
Oh, totally.
than Rob.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rob's always smiling. Andrew may be smiling inside, but not always. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he had an RBF, that's for sure.
A what?
Oh, man.
What's an RBF?
The resting bitch face.
Oh, yeah. Resting, that's going to cost me face.
Yeah.
You want me to smile? $2.
So yeah, I had to pay a fine. I had to do 12 weeks of not AA. I had to do like a
Dude,
You really did?
what?
Oh, my. You did? Jeez.
yeah.
What the
12 weeks.
fuck?
And I had this form that I had to have signed every time. No, it was AA. That's right.
I
had
never
to-
knew that.
Well, I wasn't going to tell everybody because I was still
Right, it
partying.
was stupid.
Right. And you were still partying. I can vouch for that.
Oh yeah, I come from a meeting and it's like, Eric, just pop one open, man. Because I got it ready for you right here. But
That is
Eric would never
unbelievable.
drive me to AA. I might want to drag him in or whatever. But
Right.
I mean, it was after it was
And
on the
refresh
other
my
side
memory,
of
which Eric was your roommate?
Larson.
Eric Larson. Oh, yeah.
But Yeah, it was. And once he graduated, that's when I moved in with Vince because I had another roommate come in, and this guy was a fucking tool. And it
the
just,
guy came in and he was like,
Yeah, and me and Rob are
it puts the lotion on its skin.
I mean, me and Rob
pretty
are literally
much,
at
pretty
school
much.
all day together anyway, or doing gigs afterwards. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
my room is I haven't had a roommate in like a year.
Yeah.
You know, because the dude that came in, he's like, he saw I was white, and he's like, oh. And he
Oh, yeah,
fucking,
that's right.
yeah, LaShawn, yeah, he freaked out, and he didn't want to live with the white dude. And I'm like, that's cool, dude. I mean, he was a nice guy, you know, but he was kind of intimidated, and, you know, maybe rightfully so. I don't know what his experience was, you know, growing up and stuff. Maybe the white dudes he know were all fucking dickheads, which is a possibility.
It could have been that when he walked in, when you were just standing there wearing nothing but a pair of grape smugglers, he might have gotten a little intimidated.
Right.
His banana hammock.
Nice. And then my roommate before that was Mike, and Mike was in graphic arts, and so this dude Gunner, the first time I ever met someone named Gunner, and I'm like, Gunner,
Like, is that your real
like,
name?
oh, no way, he's a surfer from California. What are the odds? So anyway, so Gunner was a cool dude, but you know, they're in there and they're talking, everyone's smoking weed and stuff, and blah blah blah. I'm like, oh, cool. I mean, you know, at least I have
What,
a
you guys
roommate.
smoke weed in college?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Imagine that. So, and he's, you know, and I'm like, okay, cool. You know, I'll have a good time with this dude. And so he winds up moving out, like, I don't know, 4 months later, because him and Gunnar got an apartment off campus or whatever. And anyway, so he's a graphic arts major. So they're all like kind of looking at me weird because I was a few years older than them, you know. And I'm like, hey, you're in the graphics arts program, right? He's like, yeah. I'm like, dude, you got an airbrush? He's like, yeah. I'm like, well, an airbrush has a compressor, right? Okay. Well, give me your air compressor and hand me your 3-foot bong.
Turbocharged.
I am not telling anyone to attempt this in any shape, way, or form, but oh my God. You know, it'd be like, okay, turn it on. And you'd fucking die for a half hour on the floor. That was awesome. You know, not a good old days.
I'm coughing just thinking about it.
Right? Must be that high class beer you're drinking.
Right.
Hey, pass me a shorty, would you?
These are full size.
Dude, that pisses me off. That whole fucking.
Bushes here. I just got the big ones.
You should write,
I
Rob.
don't even think they make them anymore.
You should, Rob. You should make that a chapter. Write that story. That's hilarious. Because it's a blatant, you know. Oh, well, yeah, this guy, and yeah. Hey, can we give this dude the chair?
Yeah, right.
He was drinking, and you know, you can't have that. You know, even though the friend he was with tucked his jeans inside his cowboy boots.
And he did.
Yeah, exactly. Hey,
His
I got some
skin-tight
stretch
acid
denims.
washed jeans
Yeah,
and his black leather jacket.
right. Everyone's in. You know, yeah. I didn't wear shorts until I moved to Florida.
You remember that bridge though, right by State Road 84 or the 2440?
Yeah.
I had to walk that every time I went to a meeting, and they gave me a list of the meetings that I had to go to. And I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm a procrastinator.
No.
So I was laughing about it.
It's hard
And
on
they gave me 12 weeks, and I had to hit so many, you know, X amount of meetings in that 12-week period.
It's for one beer.
Dude, you know what,
Yeah.
Rob?
And so I'm like, oh, they have a meeting like over at the Winn-Dixie strip mall. So I'd be going over there, and I'm walking, of course, and it just here, sign this, and you know, I think I waited until like my final 2 weeks or my last 10 days. I'm like, oh shit. I think I need to get this taken care of, or else I'm going to have a warrant out for my arrest.
Rob's doing like 6 meetings in a day.
And then, so I did 2 2-day meetings, and I was able to get 4 signatures, and I was able to get my 12 meetings within those, that final week or 10 days or whatever it was, and handed it into my, probation officer and said, "Here you go."
Yeah.
So then, I got the receipt and everything like that. So
It's crazy, man.
fucking bullshit. Like you said, one fucking beer. We just
that
got
is
there.
so stupid.
And they confiscated our beer, and they made us empty out whatever 1 ounce that we had left in the beer. And Andrew's like, Andrew.
It's gonna cost me. I can't waste that.
Right. And for Andrew to have gotten the same thing that Rob did, he would have had to like run from the cop and snap open 3 more and drinking them while he's running.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, you ain't gonna catch me. This beer cost me $3.
If I'm not mistaken, I bought the beer.
Fast in cowboy boots before.
Yeah.
Hey, these things don't work in the sand.
Oh,
Holy
God.
shit, man. That's
I wonder if
ridiculous.
Peter didn't get you for like getting the seagulls drunk or something. That would've
Well,
just
it's
been
funny
the
because
spirit.
I think okay, so that was first quarter that you were taking those classes, Rob? Or second quarter?
No, it was actually we started January 2nd
Yeah.
of 90,
Right.
and it wasn't until that September, that following September.
Right, because we were in different groups for like the first 2 quarters.
So it was must have been like the start of the third quarter.
Gotcha.
Because we had the summer quarter.
Right, because I think that's the first time I hung out. I mean, I knew you from school, but I think the first time I hung out with you is I was going to the banana boat.
Yeah.
And I saw you walking by the bridge.
Yeah.
And
Old banana boat.
And I think that's when we went there. We, got, I think I left the car there. But I think that was the tiki bar experience. Yes. Yeah. Which there's some funny stories I will not get into.
I forgot about the tiki bar. Tiki bar.
Yeah, the tiki bar out in the back of the banana boat. Oh, my God.
Yep.
I had so much fun there.
I got some stories, too, that, me and Eric vowed never to let those out.
Right.
Let those stories out.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we've got a few.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they weren't pretty.
No. But...
Matter of fact, one of the girls had a tracheotomy.
Oh, jeez.
Which we affectionately called the blowhole.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
The good old days.
Where's my
You
cigarettes?
should see the smoke. You should see the smoke ring she blew.
Nice. Nice. Here, have a pee. Pew. Pew.
Any port in the storm, as they say, boys.
Holy moly.
Oh, man.
Well, maybe for you, Jay, but, No, just kidding. Okay, so we also have Dracula from Rob Zombie.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Rob Zombie, yeah, man.
Highway to Hell, AC/DC.
Anything from Maryland?
This is Halloween. Yeah.
Speaking of Halloween and Marilyn Manson, I love that new picture of him that he's got out.
Whoa.
from the Golden Girls?
Yeah, you mean Miss Jansen, my 4th grade math teacher? Or the lady down the street who gave away cornballs in Halloween, Hi, honey.
Yeah, the lunch lady.
Yeah.
Sloppy Joe.
That's all, doesn't it?
We had a lunch lady. She was overweight. And she was a friend of she was my friend's mom down the street from me. And she was always trying to lose weight. She was working out, she wasn't just, whatever. So, she was trying, but she had the old style sweatpants and sweatshirt and all blue. And she wound up being called the Blue Bomber.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. And then, Mm-hmm. So I would always get in trouble because she could actually do it with authority. She was a little bit, she wound up being okay later on, but,
Yeah.
Anyway, we also have Boris the Spider from The Who.
Yes.
And then, of course, we have, what do you call it? Rocky Horror Picture Show.
There you go.
You know, from Transylvania.
Yeah, Frank and
You know, speaking of that, I saw my first Rocky Horror Picture Show down there at the down there at school. What was that?
Yeah,
guys
I
remember
think you went
the
with
theater
me.
where-
I went like 12 weeks in a row.
Yeah. What was that place, man? You could like drink beers.
It
you
was,
know?
yeah, you took me there. Not, I don't
So,
know.
Suds
Vince
and
took me there.
Suds and Cinema.
Something like that. Yeah.
I think it was Suds and Cinema. It was in the corner.
Yeah, it was cool, man. They had like little round tables. You could just drink
Yeah.
beer.
Oh yeah, and that's when you could still bring in rice and toilet paper and all the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was a rowdy. It was a rowdy show, man, because we were hammered before we even got in there.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I remember I
maybe
went
they
12
get up
weeks in a
front.
row. Yeah.
Virgin.
Right. Yeah. Hey, Rob, when they say virgin, raise your hand. Jason. Hey, when they say virgin, raise your hand. Yeah, that was great, man. And then, of course, we have to mention our friend Spook, since it's Halloween.
Oh yeah.
And since he got
Wherever he
that,
is in this world.
since he got that nickname at a Halloween party.
Yeah.
Aligning with some cheesy '80s movie where basically the same scene happened.
Yeah.
Okay, so I put a spell on you by Screaming Jay Hawkins.
Mm.
I was thinking Creedence Clearwater.
Yeah, well, they did that too, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Then there's Black Magic by Little Mix.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Then the devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for Soul Steel.
Well, Peter Green did, or Fleetwood Mac did, Black Magic Woman first.
Oh yeah,
Really?
Did he write that?
Mm-hmm.
That's right, baby.
Of course, they did Green Manalishi.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Mm-hmm. With the two.
Two-prong crown.
There. Thank you very much. I was
That's what I'm here
choking
for.
on my wine when I said that.
Sure.
Speaking of which, then we have Creep of Radiohead. Then
yeah.
by Nelly Furtado, we've got Maneater.
Which was done by Hall & Oates first.
Yeah. And a song apparently written by a bunch of my ex-girlfriends called Sweet But Psycho.
It's autobiographical.
Oh, Creedence did Bad Moon Rising.
Yeah.
And then we have the Gorillas doing Dracula. And then, of course, we have to bring up, who's the guy associated with Halloween the most right now? I would say probably
Alice Cooper.
Oh, well, maybe his grandson, Rob Zombie,
Oh yeah.
just because he directed, and I was, because he's doing the
Halloween.
Munsters. He's
Did he do the? He didn't do the latest Halloween movie, did he?
no, he hasn't. No, he didn't do the last two.
Okay.
And then, so he's doing the Munsters right now.
Oh no,
Oh,
shit.
that's right.
Yeah, so they just rebuilt. I mean, I think it looks like from what I've seen, he's doing it accurate, at least
Wow.
for the look. And he's even going to have the Dracula, when Herman was that race
Dragon.
car driver.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Drag Strip Eddie, or I don't know, whatever the fuck it was. But apparently that's going to make so they're making the cars, basically. So that's going to make.
Sweet.
Hey, speaking of Rob Zombie related things, I was just listening to an interview the other day with John Five, the
Yeah.
guitar player.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, man! You want to talk about dumb shit you do when you're young? He was talking with Greg Koch about he's a big Telecaster guy. He plays tellies, and he's got an incredible collection of vintage tellies. He's like going for like one from every year from 51 on.
Greg Koch or John Five?
John Five.
Okay.
Yeah. And so they were talking about what they started with, and Greg talked. He said that he started with a Telecaster, just because it's what he could get. His guitar teacher was selling it, and but he really wanted a Strat. Well, John Five said that he started with a Strat, but he wanted a Telly, and he said he was a kid, you know, and he had this Strat, and said Stevie Ray Vaughan was in town, you know, was signing autographs. So he goes down and he stands in line for hours, and he gets up there and he meets Stevie, and Stevie signs the Strat for him and all that, and he's got this thing. And then he like gets into Eddie Van Halen a little while out later, and he becomes like a Van Halen nut, of course, and ends up trading the Strat with Stevie's signature for a Kramer Focus.
What?
Which was the overseas.
Right. It wasn't even the good ones. Yeah.
Yeah, he said, he goes, yeah, sometimes my wife goes, why are you crying? And he goes, I'll just be sitting there crying going, Stevie Ray, Kramer.
Right.
I'm like, oh, man, that one does hurt, I'm sure, you know?
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Nice. Yeah, and, you know, Johnny Five got to start with Roth. And he in that same interview, Jason, I think he was talking about that he wants everyone to show up for Dave.
Yeah.
In those last 5 shows, you know, like he's saying, you know, bring out Vi and Sheehan, and bring out, you know, Alex is supposedly playing, have Wolfie come out, you know, have, you know, Johnny Five, all the, you know, everyone, you know, in that Van Halen realm. I think that would be cool, you know.
Totally.
You know, Dave's worth it, and they could do a DVD and, you know, I don't know, maybe give the money to cancer research or something.
Yeah.
But, you know. So, yeah, so how many times have you guys seen Rocky Horror Picture Show? Do you remember? Just that one time?
Just that one time.
Yeah.
I that's the one time I saw it live, and I've watched it a few other times, you know, just in the movie, you know.
Yeah, it's totally not the same watching it at home.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but...
it was on Broadway for a while, but I missed that.
Oh, that would have been interesting.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because that's where it started anyway.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so I did 12 weeks in a row there. And then I think I saw it 25 times in Florida.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, and then like another dozen times up here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because
is it still going? I mean, is it still a thing?
Pre-coof, you know, whatever's going on now, it was.
Right.
You know, and then when my niece was in like senior year in high school, and then into like the first couple years of college, she would be part of the performance.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so everyone would go up there and shit, and my oldest son's seen it a bunch of times and stuff. But yeah, it's fun. You know, it changed a little.
I don't think Susan Sarandon would, if it came back to Broadway, I don't think if Susan Sarandon was there, that it would do as well as Tim Curry was there.
Yeah,
didn't he die a couple years ago?
No, he's still alive. He is.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah, he's disabled. He's immobile. He's in a wheelchair.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he's got some serious health issues.
Going back to your story earlier, I thought you died.
Yeah, I thought you died.
You're still alive?
You still alive? Yeah.
Surprise!
Right? Yeah, I got that a lot. That was pretty funny. You know, like when because when I moved away. Then when I came back for a wedding one time, I saw my best buddy growing up. His uncle was like, "I thought you'd be dead."
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. He goes, "Man, the last time I saw you," I'm like, "Yeah, but did I ever? I wasn't getting in trouble. I wasn't fighting. I wasn't breaking shit, getting around. You know,
Right.
It was all laughter stuff. You know, fun trouble, not, you know."
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe some juvenile delinquency here and there, but
exactly.
You know.
Like,
Shouldn't have left the pumpkin out on the porch. Some mash. Oh, speaking of, okay, so this figures into Halloween and King Diamond all at the same time. So it was a bunch of us guys. We were called the Lords of Trash, and we're also the Inspector Burnout. So there was 2 factions happening there. But anyway, so we're all long hair, leather, blah blah blah, and so we all did like King Diamond makeup.
Nice.
And we're driving around, and we're from the working class suburb, where everyone's blue collar, and we went to the rich suburb, where everyone's like, "Oh, hey, Biff and Nancy," and "Oh my God," and so anyway, so we go there. Yeah, we're driving around, and we're just, I had a 1983 black Ford Escort called Betsy. And for like $3 and change, we could drive around for like 12 hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We would like fill the tank. So we're cruising down the street, and there's like mansions. You know, we're in the snooty part, and there's a bunch of like football players and their girlfriends and stuff walking down the street, and they have a bottle of whipped cream. So I'm like, hey guys, eyes forward. And we drive by, and they spray the whipped cream at the car. Well, we weren't pissed. We thought it was funny. You know what I mean? But it's Halloween. Hey, let's freak these people out. Right? So I slam on the brakes, pull the emergency brake because it's a stick shift. I'm like, right? Put it in reverse, slam on the brakes again. We all jump out, and they did not expect to see. Yeah, they're like, ultra religious, and fucking 4 big dudes dressed like King Diamond come. Now, we all have weapons that we made that look really kick-ass, but they're made out of wood because it's Halloween. It's a prop. So they literally see us coming out with fucking machetes and battle axes. And they fucking, what? And like fucking freaked out, and they all split, and they left all the girls. And they're like screaming, oh my God, don't kill us! Ah! And I'm like, we're all like, hey, relax. We were just fucking with you guys. It's Halloween. You sprayed our car. We're just fucking with you back. We have no, don't worry. We're not, you're not going to get hurt. We're just, this is like Halloween. Trick or treat. Ha ha. So yeah, the guys never came back. So we did make sure that the girls got home safely because they live right down the street. Yeah. So that was pretty funny, but anyway.
You guys remember Los Olas Boulevard down there at school?
Oh, yeah.
One Halloween, we all like dressed up and went trick-or-treating over there. Drunk, I'm sure.
Nice. Should have gone trick-or-treating at that fucking Crocodile Rock place where they had all the, just go to each like department. Oh, because they had they had 25 stations of like different flavored rum runners.
Oh yeah.
Just go down 25, trick or treat, or eat at Joe's.
Oh yeah,
The diner.
I love that place.
Absolutely.
The home of the Bolo coffee.
Oh, wasn't that on 171 or something? Was that Chuck's? Chuck's Diner?
No, that was Joe's.
No, there was Eat at Joe's, and then there was another one that had on their sign a bowl of coffee.
I remember Joe's had that. That's what I remember.
You guys
they
remember
probably
our
did.
Donuts?
Yes.
The old topless.
I mean, no.
No, Jason. I had a girlfriend. Oh,
topless donut shop.
There's
man.
Jason with the donut, making donut holes again in the eclairs.
uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So okay, so let's see. Halloween. What's another good Halloween story? Let's see. Halloween really wasn't. We didn't do much for Halloween down there. I don't remember.
I don't think so.
We were just drinking.
We just people watched.
Yeah.
I think we did go to the banana boat though.
Oh,
I mean that was the place to go.
Yeah, I'm trying to
think.
think.
Vince took me for the lingerie show. Infamy.
Dude, it happened. It was like every Wednesday or something. Just happened.
He's like, dude, they got free food over there, free buffet. I'm like, all right, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm tired of eating ramen noodles.
Right, and if you remember, I was dating the bartender, so it wasn't like
Right.
it wasn't like I was going there for that. She thought it was funny, but
Right.
That's gonna cost me.
But I never won anything in my life except the candies.
yeah. I remember this one dude. I used to call this one dude Two-Tone. He was a singer too. He had that. He had an old Nova that the shocks were out, and every time he went down, every time he went over the train tracks,
Hit the tires.
quarter panels would dig into the tires. I'm like, dude.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was always funny because he dyed his hair jet black. But
Wasn't he dating Darlene?
Yeah, and he had the brown/red mustache.
Yeah, he thought he was like the next Jeff Tate.
Yeah, I mean he wasn't bad. He was he was all right. We had a little thing going for a little bit. It was going to be called Dual Injection. It was 2 lead singers, but yeah, I mean,
Well, he wasn't as good as he thought he was, though.
what's that?
He wasn't as good as he thought he was.
Hey, Jason,
Yeah.
shut up. Let Rob talk. Hold on. What'd you say?
Okay, sorry.
I said he wasn't as good as he thought he was.
No, but you need that to be a singer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like being cocky is kind of part of the job. But
Not true, but
yeah, but the way that he was cocky was kind of arrogant. It wasn't necessarily fun cocky. It was like mean cocky.
yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a difference, Like if I'm making fun of someone, I'm going to make fun of myself too. I'm not going to make fun of them to make them cry, Like not to be mean, but I'll make fun of their foibles, whatever,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 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 You hear that, Jason?
I heard it. Yeah.
Hold on. Let me translate.
Are you referring to his Knuckles Dragon?
Yeah, can't you hear that?
So I'll ask again. You said the band was called Dual Injection?
Yeah, we were like starting a band called Dual Injection. Yeah.
Sounds like an adult feature film.
Well, yeah, that was the point. Yeah. Yeah, and it was going to be Goddard on drums, and yeah, so we were basically, we were knocking around the idea. That was towards the end there before, right as like Goddard got into like doing the news thing, and then he kind of disappeared into that world, which is fine. It's what.
You used to have a pretty good impression of Todd Goddard.
Hey, dude.
That guy was hilarious.
Yeah, he was a really good drummer too, man.
Oh yeah, he had the cage, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he was the first person I saw with the cage. He had a double bass Tama.
Oh
kit.
yeah.
Yeah. It was like candy apple red, if I remember correctly.
I thought it was green.
Oh, it could be.
Green, red.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of
the
those
same as colorblind.
right.
Oh, can we say that?
No.
Yeah. You
We
can
don't
only
want to offend anybody.
you can only say
You know,
the you can only
what
say
I thought of the other day? You guys remember Rambo?
you can only say the hyphen. Oh yeah, Rambo, man. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
That dude is cool.
Yeah,
I never
totally.
had
What
any-
an artist too, man.
Yeah, I never
Yes.
had any issues with the guy at all.
No, he was really cool.
And he was like 6'5" and like muscle, like just
Dude, the guy looked like the fucking Rock.
He shit muscle.
Yeah, and he wasn't he wasn't a jagoff musclehead. He was a totally cool
cool.
dude. Yeah, totally very
Yeah.
talented.
Whatever happened to him?
I don't know, man. He could airbrush. I saw this one time. He showed me this like he airbrushed this picture of his grandmother. It looked like a photograph, man. It was like it was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was really good.
Yep.
But Okay, so are you guys fans of the Halloween movies?
I was the first two, and then Halloween 3 came out, which was like totally not even part of the franchise, and I'm just like, what the fuck am I watching?
Are you
So
talking
that
about
was
the
it for
original?
me. I'm just like, no, I didn't watch any more after that.
Are you talking about the original run of the films or the newer
Yeah.
run of the films?
No, the original.
Yeah, it's like when the
When it came
doctor
out with
went.
the Silver Shamrock.
Oh yeah. Yeah, wasn't it also Halloween 3D?
Was there? I'm not sure.
Was that the one that had
Or-
the pumpkin and the knife on the poster?
Oh right, I remember that. Yeah.
It was, why is it that like all the really good horror movies that we grew up with, the monster doesn't fucking run?
But they always are right behind you.
Yeah, he's like, dude, I'm fucking hungover.
Slow
I'm
and steady.
fucking half dead. I'm just gonna fucking dick around and wander. And like people are like getting in cars, jumping off cliffs, you know, roping across fucking, and you know, there he is walking. You know, is that what made it scarier?
He can walk underwater faster than somebody can swim.
Right. And the other thing that came from our era of horror movies, you know what it is? Meow! That fucking cat in every goddamn movie. Remember, like, things would be like, dun, 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 meow, meow. That fucking cat, man. I mean, I think that's like half of the reason why I fucking hate cats. I know I'm allergic, but that might be half the reason, just because it ruined like every goddamn good, scary meow. You know? And believe me, sometimes, you know, and you're going on first dates and stuff, and you're meeting a woman, you're at her apartment and stuff or whatever, and, you know, you're hoping that cat will just fucking meow, which means run.
Right.
But it's never the case.
You didn't run.
Here,
You guys want to hear something funny?
absolutely.
I was just going to, like 5 minutes ago, I was like, well, I think I'm going to, you know, freshen my glass and have a little bit more wine. And I'm like, I tipped the bottle. I'm just like, I already drank it. I already finished it.
You took the bottle already?
So Rose turns on the outside light. My wife Rose turns on the outside light, and you know I'm waving goodnight to her.
Yeah.
And I look at the bottle. It's got the fucking cap on it.
Well, thank God for the white trash cork.
So guess who's having another glass of wine?
Cheers, buddy. I just poured myself one here.
Oh, it's too funny.
Absolutely. All right, so you guys got any like good Halloween stories from when you're kids?
I don't. We did the family stuff, and you know, our church used to have like a costume contest and stuff like that. But just no, I don't have anything like. Everything would be G-rated and boring. So, like a healthy, wholesome family Halloween should be.
Right.
Wholesome Halloween. Nice.
Yeah. We never did anything, you know, even when I grew up, you know, and was old enough to do something stupid, you know, we never did because, you know, I grew up in the country. So
Yeah.
it just, yeah, if you go and TP somebody's house, they know who it is.
Right.
Oh yeah, I was from like, you know, the town I'm from is like super small, but it would always be like the regular shit, you know, like there'd be all these different factions, you know, and you'd like get your eggs and all that stuff, and you know, you'd just be running around town. And,
Yeah, you know, when Jason would go and he'd want to go get a Halloween costume, he'd go, Uncle Daddy.
Can I borrow your overalls?
Uncle Daddy, can you tell Grandma Auntie that we got to go to the
That's right.
Yeah. No, I jest.
Yeah, no, but it was just like the usual stuff, man. Like, you know, egg fights and, you know, the toilet paper in the trees and all that stuff, you know.
Dude, I remember sweating like the one year I got like the boxed Halloween costume because we didn't have money. So like that was like, you know, I was like, what? Dude, one year I was like a Russian.
We had the same thing.
Yeah, dude, I got dressed up one year as a fucking Russian Cossack. I'm like 5 years old, and they're like, "Oh, what are you?" I'm a Cossack. You know, I got the fur hat on. I got the you know the boots. Yeah, and I got to do that fucking dance where you go left to right. Do.
They only sold that in Chicago.
No, that came out of my mom's closet.
Oh.
You know, oh, you're a fucking Russian Cossack. That's what you are this year. Okay, that's cool. You know, but the one time I got like a Casper one, right? And it's funny because I'm literally as white as fucking Casper. So I got the Casper, and dude, you sweated and the fucking rubber band always like fucking hurt your face, and it would snap on your face. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
And then you had to take the Scotch tape and try to like rig it up so it would work again.
Yeah, or like find 16 other rubber bands and paper clips and ruin the mask and fucking.
Dude, they were the weeniest rubber bands, man. They were like just tiny. Like, how did they ever expect that to last?
Yeah. And then you'd get a little older, and that's when the real shitty full-headed masks came out. You know, the molds were really horrible and
you'd
stuff.
sweat your ass off, man. It'd just be Your hair would be soaked.
Mm-hmm.
When we had hair, I mean.
Yeah. So when I was a little kid, so my older sister used to do this all the time. She always had masks in the car, and so I keep masks around now. So we'd be driving, and we'd, she said, "Oh, time to break the masks out," and we'd just go drive around with gorilla masks on.
Nice.
And it was the fucking hilarious. Everyone's like wasted Friday nights. We're like, driving, doing this like where all the bars are. So people are like, bah, bah, bah. Few people got scared, but oh, dude, nothing funnier. I swear to God.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or then you'd have
not even for Halloween, but I remember like when I was like, this is like really young. I was maybe like 4, like that age.
Yeah.
Had an aunt that was, you always got the aunt that likes to pick at you, tease you and all that stuff. She would always like tell me and my cousin like about the sheet man, like she would like really like wind this story up,
Right.
And we would be like, at that age you're just like riveted. You're like, oh my God, this is like the scariest shit I've ever heard,
Yeah.
And we'd be like driving on some back road and like maybe we were like arguing or whatever, and like she'd like pull the car over and like put us out of the car and like pretend to like drive off and leave us there and tell us that this thing was there,
Absolutely.
You'd be like, you'd be like,
What?
And then
No way.
I remember like one time, like walking like across the yard, and then I'd like look up, and she would have this sheet over her head, and I would see this like sheeted like figure like peeking around the tree at me.
Yeah.
Oh my God, man! You'd just be like screaming and running, and then you see the thing running after you,
Mm-hmm.
When was this, last year?
Yeah. But it's like the good old days when you could just terrorize children.
Oh yeah, dude. One time my niece is having a sleepover, and it's like 7th grade girls, right? And so I talk to my sister, and she tells me, "Don't mind, I'll stop by." Da da da. So I'd cruise over, and I had this mask that was kind of, I think you guys might remember it. It looked kind of like Eddie from Iron Maiden. I had this full head. It had the punky white hair.
Yeah, I think I do.
Yeah, and I had like the chest plate of like the ribs and stuff. So so I went and like just stood at the window because they just gotten like an addition put on. So like part of like the celebration of the addition being finished, you got to sleep over. So I'm sitting there with the flashlight lit up, under my face, just in the window while they're watching whatever, fucking Powerpuff Girls or whatever it was. And just wait for one of them to turn around, Oh my God, that was so funny.
My Little Pony.
Mm-hmm. Right. So there's another time. So I'm the youngest of all my cousins, and I'm the youngest of 5 kids. So I was always had to kind of get dragged along, because the adults were fucking drinking and playing cards and shit, and they didn't need me around. So I would always get stuck going with them, right? So one time, we're going to, okay, it's right around Halloween. It's like, I think it was Thanksgiving, but it was still spooky. Like, okay, we're going to go to the haunted judge's house that's on this street. And then we're going to drive by the graveyard, da-da-da. So we're going there, and everyone's telling ghost stories and shit, and everyone used to love to just scare the fucking shit out of me. So I'm listening to all this stuff. And at that time, I was seeing my best friend who died come into my room every night for like an hour, and we'd have a full-on conversation, and I didn't know it was weird.
Mm.
So like all this stuff's like, okay. So we're in, what the fuck? It was Caprice. I think we're in a Caprice or a, what was the other one that was kind of like a Caprice?
Cutlass?
No, it was a big square car.
It was like Buick Rivieras. There was Pontiac had the Parisienne.
It was a Chevy. Impala. Yeah. So we're in a the big square Impala, the huge one, and we're driving around, da da da. And I'm like I said, I'm like 4 or 5 years old. Well, I fall asleep. Okay. So they left me in the car when they stopped at this graveyard. Right? And they're figuring, oh, Vince is sleeping. He's out for a good hour. And, no one took anybody or was weird. You know what I mean? It was the 70s, whatever. So they're in the fucking graveyard, probably smoking a joint or whatever, drinking beers, telling ghost stories. And I wake up and no one's in the fucking car. It's fucking pitch black out. And I look to my right, and I'm in a fucking graveyard. And I'm like, wah! Right? And like slow motion, so it's the 70s. So all the dudes, all my cousins and my brother are wearing platform shoes. So are the girls. Bell bottoms, the big hair like fluffing in the wood. Dude, slow motion. My cousin Roy jumps over the fucking fence in one fucking like. They thought that someone was taking me or I was getting killed and stuff, and it freaked them out. That was pretty funny. But yeah, that fucking scared the shit out of me. And that's kind of why I love Halloween.
Yeah. That's why I love graveyards.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you, my grandmother's house in New York, it's an old house, man. It was like the house itself was like a post office back in like the horse and buggy days, originally. And, over the years, additions got built on and things like that. But there was a lot of weird shit went on at that place, man. And I never was like, believe that stuff. I was always a big skeptic, but man, it was too much to deny.
Excellent. So that same year that we dressed up as King Diamond and shit, right? So this is like, it's not on Halloween, but it's the week of, and we get wind that on Friday, the satanic cult is gonna try to fucking kill this dog, and basically, as an offering in this graveyard, and my nephew happens to be buried in that graveyard, and I was like, well, fuck, they are. You know what I mean? So, on top of it being, killing the dog. And so we all go up there, right? And there's like 8 of us. And we're on this hill. We're like doing like recon, looking around. And, because back in the day, you just didn't walk up and do shit. You had to check shit out,
Sure.
This is kind of country, and, people do have weapons. Especially on Halloween. I don't know how many times you guys got shot by salt pellets by the guy in the train, but I did. But, so we're looking, we're like, oh, and we see some people moving around and stuff. We're like, okay, let's go. So we go down there, and of course at the time I had my girlfriend with me. So we're like going up to the thing, we're laying down on graves, like fucking hiding and stuff, and then we're going back. And then, so we get to this opening in between these woods, right? It's like a little strip of wood separating one part of the cemetery from the next. And it's like, oh my God, they see us. And everyone, dude, there was like 40 people there with flashlights, and they all fucking pointed it at us. We're like, run! Because they had real knives,
Oh, yeah.
And there's 8 of us with, my girlfriend, a couple other girls. There's no way. And too much going on there. So we hightail it, and we fucking wind up in this back service road, and all of a sudden we're like, we're like taking a rest, because we had to book it for a while, and it's one of the biggest graveyards out here, so we had to book it, and we're like, oh, thank God that's over. And I'm like, dude, why'd you say that? And as soon as we said that, from both sides, like in the movies, headlights come over the ridges on both sides. So we're like, fuck. So we got to run again. And my girlfriend trips and falls flat on her face.
Of course.
Just like in the fucking movies.
Yeah. Where's the cat?
Yeah. So I didn't even miss.
She fell on a cat.
Yeah, I didn't even miss a beat. I was still running. I grabbed her sweater with one hand and fucking lifted her up. I was like, I can't stop. But so anyway, wound up. They did find a decapitated, or a head from a German Shepherd on the main street in front of the cemetery later that night. So we didn't stop him, but we at least kind of made him.
Tried.
Yeah, well, as much as any bunch of 17-year-olds can.
Right.
But yeah, you know, and we're probably already altered on top of it, you know,
No doubt.
as we might have been back in the day. You know.
What's your weather like up there, V? You guys got snow yet? Or
Oh, hell no. Thanks, Jason. No, but
just wondering.
no, I just called. No, basically, I turned the boiler on the broiler on the boiler on Monday. It's gonna get down to like 45 tonight.
I'm praying for that here, man. It was like still high 80s here yesterday.
Well, yeah, it
Son of a bitch.
went from summer and then it just dropped off like 4 days ago.
Yeah,
You know, so basically it's hoodie weather.
nice. I'm looking forward to it. It's like I had enough. Had
Yeah.
enough this summer.
Yeah, I always thought, like the hoodie look made you, give you a better look if you have a couple pounds on you as an older guy. Turns out you're just shaped. Turns out in the summertime you're just shaped like a fucking hoodie. Like, wow, was that form fitted or? Son of a
Funny,
bitch.
this
Yes,
hoodie
yes,
wasn't
it is.
tight last year.
What's that?
I said, funny, this hoodie wasn't this tight last year.
Right? Oh, but this must be a size too small.
Thought it was a dryer that was shrinking my
Yeah.
clothes. Turned out it was a refrigerator.
I'm still sticking to the dryer story, though.
Nice. Nice. So you guys don't have any funny Halloween party stories?
No, I was boring growing up.
Yeah, I know. I hate to be a jag here, but yeah, no.
Have I told the Mick Fleetwood story on here yet?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
right.
Maybe offline you did.
Yeah. Okay. So this is when I'm living in L.A. and I'm working at the effects house, and we get a call for Mick Fleetwood, and I've worked with like Mick Fleetwood, Stevie Nicks, Fleetwood Mac, their management like 5 or 6 different times in different non-related, just how it works out, So like, hey, can you do And Mick Fleetwood had his blues band together at the time, and so I'm like, oh, this is gonna be badass, I get to see Mick Fleetwood play fucking blues, I'm like, hell yeah, I'll work Halloween. So it's at SIR Studios on Sunset, and our job is, we set up the whole place, spider webbed it, and had smoke machines and monsters and all types of shit all over the place, but our job was basically done at like, I don't know, 8 p.m. or something. Once the bands got on, we were kind of done. So I'm dressed in I have like leather pants on, my whore boots, fucking black like billowy Zorro shirt, a fucking cape, and I have a shroud of the fan that everyone uses on stage. So I was fan man. Haha. And plus, that was the only way you could dress up if you wore something that the effects shop sold or did. So that was like, oh, just give me a shroud. Anyway, so people, when you're working at this thing, people start giving you party favors. You'd be sitting there, hey, what's going on? You guys are doing great. Everything looks cool. Here's a joint. Hey, guys. Wow, this is fucking badass. Hey, man, here's a gram of Coke. Hey, man,
Halloween in LA.
here's a fucking bottle of whatever the fuck it is. Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, man. Right? So I'm trying to get out of there because I'm losing the ability
Sure you were.
to maintain, but, this is like, probably, 1 in the morning. So I'm like, I got to get the fuck out of here. So I'm in like this, it was like the loading dock, but we had, dressed it up to be spooky, and there's all this shit there. Lightning machines, the whole night. So I'm walking, I'm like, at the end where my fucking cab is this douchebag from fucking Howard Stern show. And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, I would really like to be on the Howard Stern show, but dude, I can't. I'm like breaking, I can't even tell, if my legs are attached at this point, I'm like, I just need to get to that fucking cab. So it's like a 50-foot walk, and then it turns into the Hitchcock twisty fucking. So I'm walking. I'm like, oh, I'm maintaining. I'm proud of myself. I'm like, oh, cool. I got like 20 feet left. And I hear this. And I look down, and it's one of my smoke machines. And I just. Dude, I fucking empty out the entire contents of my stomach on this fucking smoke machine.
Nice.
Oh, it gets better.
Oh,
Of course.
So then I'm like, oh, fuck, no way, right? I turn around, and there's
Hey, man.
There's Mick Fleetwood. That's funny. Hey, man. There's Mick Fleetwood just fucking shaking his head and laughing. I'm like, dude, I'm so sorry. He's like, I've seen worse, mate. You know, I'm like, that's fine. But yeah, I yacked in front of
nice.
Mick Fleetwood.
A rock legend.
Right?
Exactly. Like you've never been there before.
Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. Absolutely.
Surprised he didn't join you.
Right? Yeah, I don't know. I think he was sober at the time. Who knows? Not that I would.
Oh, okay.
But Stevie Nicks certainly wasn't.
Yeah.
But she wasn't at that gig. But uh-huh.
What's that clanking in the back?
Oh, that me just being pouring some drinking water in my glass. Yeah. So I hear he's in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did he get out yet?
Some sort of blood infection.
It started as
What'd you say?
urinary tract infection, I think.
Well, what'd you say? Syphilis?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Well, you know, hopefully he gets out, you know, soon. We wish no ill on anybody.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be weird. I mean, he was like the youngest president that before Obama.
Right. Yeah.
You know, Jimmy Carter's just a fluke that he's 603 years old. You know what I
I
mean?
know, right?
But
People are going to start calling him no after a while, building all these houses and shit.
absolutely. Okay, so okay, Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
So, Jason, do you know about the Dave Chappelle?
Well, you know, I haven't seen it, but I've been just seeing like headlines. I know it's
Okay, everyone should take note of what Jason just said.
Yeah, I know it.
The first thing out of his mouth, he goes, "Yes, I've heard about it, but I haven't seen it."
Yep.
Okay, there's the difference, people.
It is. Yep.
You know, you asked an honest question and you get an honest answer. You know, there was this back and forth. I had this thread on my page because I'm a free speech guy. I want all speech to be free. Well, except for the
Absolutely.
stuff that is deemed illegal. You know, like the fire in a crowded room, that kind of thing. Blah blah blah. But you know, when it comes to jokes, I mean, you're supposed to have that. I mean, that's why they had jesters back in the day. You know, comedians speak to power, and the power doesn't like it. You know. And if you can't be made fun of, then you're just pushing, you know, you want dominion over other people. You want to keep on controlling what, you know what? It's on a pay service that you have to pay monthly, and you have to click on it twice in order to get to the special. Then you actually have to watch it for an hour and listen to what he says. Don't sit there with your arms crossed. And so I had this whole back and forth. Rob read it. You know, there's this whole back and forth of what's going on. This, you know, a friend of mine, you know, was having this long discussion. I'm like, well, you know, da-da-da-da-da. He's, you know, comparing this to that. I'm like, well, you can't compare that to this because that's totally different. One's violent, one isn't, you know. One, you know, because I don't want to say the words that were mentioned because I don't think I need to, but it wasn't, you know, whatever. So that's how he was trying to make his point, and that's, you know, neither here nor there. But so after all this, you know, like 16 paragraph responses, and then, and I'm not bashing on him because I love Mike, and you know, I've been friends with him for years and years and years, and he's a great musician. And I was like, you know, da 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 da. I'm like, well, did you watch it? And he's like, no.
I watched 10 minutes of it.
Yeah, another buddy of mine said I watched 10 minutes of it, and then I turned it
It was
off.
unfunny.
Yeah, I'm like, no, it's actually, and if you notice...
Was it on? What's it on? Is it Netflix or?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
I don't have Netflix.
Yeah, so, and if you notice, it didn't say the Dave Chappelle comedy special. It said the Dave Chappelle special. Yeah. So Dave Chappelle in this also does spoken word and comedy.
Documentary.
Yeah, he's documenting. It wasn't a straight up comedy show, but it was Dave Chappelle. So whatever. And he even put it into context. And the whole problem is people don't put it into context. There's a whole group of people that are just, dude, lighten up, release the stick.
Yeah.
It's just unbelievable.
I mean, look what they've done to comedy, though, man. Like, the best comedy is the stuff that's edgy and it's,
Yeah, regulated.
Subjects,
Jason, since you didn't see it, what did you hear or see?
Good point.
Or read about the Chappelle show?
I just read something that some maybe executives or people that work there are, like, offended, go figure. And just some other, like, artists and things, like, commenting on things, but really nothing specific, though.
So, just by the way you're explaining it, you don't have an opinion?
No, like I said, not until I watch it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. America, did you hear that?
That's profound, isn't it? Yeah.
It's like you're a human being.
Hey, I'm just old-fashioned like that.
Hey, I can identify.
Yeah.
Me too.
It's, and then they're like, oh, we're going to have 1,000-person walkout. Well, who are these 1,000 people?
Yeah,
and
who cares?
And you're just saying 1,000 people. And now they're like, oh, it's going to be virtual. Oh, you're going to have a virtual walkout. What are you all going to log on? You all going to log on to fucking GTA 5 and fucking all go into a building and walk out of it? What do you do?
I feel like I'm living in a Twilight Zone, man. I tell you
dude,
what.
Holy shit. How about don't watch it?
This modern world.
He wasn't advocating for any violence again, words are violent. Okay, come on.
But the best comedy. Look at the old Melbourne. Look at Blazing Saddles, man. Classic.
Oh, boy.
Great movie. You couldn't make that movie nowadays. I mean, they'd be like ripping their eyes out,
Right.
Yeah, they do a reboot and it'd be 5 minutes long.
Right.
Yeah.
Am I drunk?
You gotta laugh, people. I mean, this shit's funny.
Oh, totally.
Let's laugh at each other. I mean, and back then, I mean, nobody got like mad about it.
Right. Excuse me while I whip this out. Unbelievable. Hilarious.
What the hell did this, like, I don't get it.
Well, we call it the participation generation syndrome.
That's where it all started, with the participation trophies.
Yep.
And people are like, oh, everyone should get a trophy. No, your kid fucking sucks. How about that? Yeah. Your kid fucking sucks at playing sports.
Yeah,
your kid still.
You know what? That's okay, because I fucking sucked at playing sports. And then I went into art. Bad. Why would you tell people, hey, you're going to be a great football player, Charlie, because you're special. And and here we're going to spend $600,000 on football programs, but you suck, and you'll never make it in college football, much less professional league.
Unless we pay the sports sports director.
Yeah, how many people could have solved
athletic director?
How many people could have solved a cancer or some type of mathematical problem that they have or some biological issue? But no, because they're, come on.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man.
It's okay not to be good at something.
Yeah. But you're good at something else. I mean, that's
what I mean?
Kind of how it works.
And basically, you're taking the air out of the person who's trained and who tries to excel, and that's
their genetics for that matter.
And that's their thing. Well, yeah, they should get the first place. So now you make them feel like shit because your kid sucks. I mean, that's just stupid.
Yeah, dude.
These kids could
you're
be
the coach's son.
Yeah, these guys could be writing songs, or who knows, being the next great actor or actress. Who knows?
You know what I've been, with all this crap, If I was to win the lottery and I could afford to do it, I would do a billboard campaign nationwide, and it would just say, "Mind your own fucking business."
There you go.
Yeah, just that. Just do that.
Mind your own
business. Let everybody do their thing, and everybody's cool. I mean,
Put your participation trophy on the shelf.
Yeah.
Or in the closet.
Yeah, I have this saying that I always used to say is, "Get the stepping."
Yeah. I mean, you know what? I got my own bills. I got my own problems. I don't care what anybody else does.
And you know what? And you know what the whole
be who you are. Do your thing. I don't give a shit.
Right.
Leave me alone and
the
do
whole
your thing.
Yeah, and the part of the issue for me is it's not that they're bitching. Well, it is, but the fact that they're bitching and they're not offering any solutions.
Right.
Just fucking bleh, you know.
But you know what gets me is the hypocrisy. It's this whole supposed tolerance while trying to impose their will on everybody else. It's like,
right, and it's okay
like that,
because they can be intolerant.
Yeah.
No.
Let the Christians be Christians. Let the whoever's be whoever's. I mean, just do your thing. Live your life. Leave people alone. It's simple.
Right. But no, everyone's got to be in each other's shit, you know?
Yeah. I mean, like, too much time on their hands, I guess. Get a job. Go to fucking work. I mean, work 90 hours a week like me, and you don't have time to fucking care.
Well, it's like this. Well, this is the example that I use of this situation that's been going on. So you're sitting in your house, right? You're in your living room.
Yeah.
And you have this nice, comfortable couch. Okay? Then there's a knock on the door, and before you can get up to answer it, they walk in. And then they're like, "Hey, you can't have a couch." I'm like, "What?" "Yeah, can't have couches." "Why?" "Well, I don't like couches."
Yeah.
Or, it's not that I don't like couches, I don't like the couch you're sitting on.
Right.
So, here's the dimensions of a couch. Here's the brand that you're going to buy. Here's what you're going to get. And that's your couch, and you have to get rid of it right now. Right? So you get rid of your couch. The new couch comes. It's totally fucking uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So they come back to check on it. And you're like, this couch isn't very comfortable. Sit on it so I can, so you can see why. And they go, "Oh, we don't sit on couches." That's the whole thing.
Pretty much.
It's like, dude, leave my couch alone. Whatever that couch may be. Fuck. Release the stick. And it won't cost you a nickel.
Right. I'm telling you, man, this is like, makes my head hurt. I can't,
Right.
Hatred's free, but so is being nice.
Yeah.
My God. Yeah, so then...
mind your own business and don't be a dick. I mean, just two simple statements for everybody to live by.
Right. So as I'm watching the special with my son Seth, I'm like, dude, look, there's two right there in the front. They don't look like they're going to be happy with the show.
Four rows back.
Right. Exactly. Fourth row. And then it turns out these were employees. Well, why didn't Chappelle fans have those seats to begin with? You went there purposely to try to, throw him or whatever. Not that Dave Chappelle gives a shit who's in his audience. He doesn't.
Yeah, he doesn't.
So the fact that you go there and then you pull the shit, and it was one of the women in there started the shit that's going on, right? So they're complaining, "Oh, da-da-da-da." I'm like, well, I've been around, and I'm not disparaging that community or whatever. I'm not. I've worked in situations where there's a high level of we used to go alternative lifestyles.
Right.
I haven't met that many of the community that they're talking about. I could be totally ignorant, and I'm not disparaging, and I'm not doing that to be mean. All I'm saying is, okay, well, did you listen to the whole special, and then you're going against what your company is doing? If you went out and bitched about your company publicly and went to the media, dude, you'd be fired in a hot minute.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You'd be done. You know, I mean, you know, it's so unbelievable. Then it turns out one of those three women who were involved in the initial, you know, news story, yada yada yada. Yeah, so I guess one person was fired, three were suspended, and one of the three that were suspended supposedly leaked private, confidential business information from Netflix.
Yeah.
To the media. Well, you're under a non-disclosure agreement.
Yeah.
Okay, you can go to jail for that shit.
Yeah.
But they won't.
It's a
because they're
huge
protected.
company. But here's the thing. That person was fired.
Yeah.
So now they don't want their name to be known, even though they're trying to take down the biggest black male comedy performer in the last century.
Mm-hmm.
He's the dude.
Oh yeah.
You know, so when you're crying diversity and you're basically trying to take down the guy
And scream inequality.
who made a lot of people see what they obviously don't, because Dave Chappelle changed a lot of shit just by being Dave Chappelle. You know, over the years, you know, prior, all these guys, they started, you know, the Mel Brooks movies, the whole thing. They were deconstructing actual racism. You know what I mean?
With comedy.
Right.
Making people laugh.
You know. So now they want whistleblower protection.
Yeah.
No, you didn't reveal any crimes.
Yeah, you didn't really whistleblow anything.
What's even funnier, the alphabet soup of people wanting everyone to be equal. Well, actually, equality plus.
Right.
What do you call
But they
it?
don't really.
Well, I mean, the whole, you know. So now, shit. What was I gonna say? What were we just talking about? I'm getting old,
About
folks.
Chappelle being the biggest in the game, and they're trying to take him down.
Oh, yeah. So the article, right, comes out that's expressing this. First of all, the article was written very badly. Second of all, they get into this thing. We're like, hey, you know that black dude, Chappelle? Hey, they gave him this amount of money. Hey, you know that show from Korea? Look at this bullshit. They only gave this thing fucking so much less. What the fuck? That was for a whole series. This was for 1 hour of work. And it's like, no, a comedy special isn't 1 hour of work. You fucking gnat.
Right.
You know, it is not. You know how long it took them to develop that 1 hour? Plus,
Oh, yeah.
it's a Netflix branded Dave Chappelle special. The other one was buying rights
Yep.
from a
And
show
different
already
celebrities
produced.
demand different.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean,
Right.
if you're, let's
And a
face it,
different
you're a
format.
big star, you get more dough. I mean,
Right.
that's
So
world space.
what I'm saying is, this person or these people that are doing this is trying to set up the Koreans against the black community. Okay,
They're
in
already
LA,
against each other.
it's a huge fucking thing, or was a huge fucking thing back in the riots and stuff when I was there. There was a huge
still here.
problem. Yeah, there's a huge problem with that. So they try to stoke that up out of nowhere
Right.
to create racial bullshit. Well, they don't even realize they're being fucking racists
A smoke screen.
saying this shit. It's like, shut
Yeah.
the fuck up.
Dude, the hypocrisy, man. I'm telling you, it's
You know,
like,
oh my God.
mind blowing.
You have every right that everyone else has. Shut up already. Move on.
and do your thing. Nobody cares.
Yeah, we don't
Nobody
care.
gives a shit, like,
You know, it's like when they and here we have this new character, lesbian librarian. How about a librarian who was,
Yeah.
educated in Europe, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and she's married to her longtime lover, Christine.
Yeah.
Totally,
likes to smoke weed.
totally different, brah.
Yeah.
Totally different. But no, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we should all have adverbs too. But I don't.
Lolly, lolly, get your adverts here.
Lolly, 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 get your adverbs here. That was, oh my God, that was one of my favorites. Schoolhouse Rock. This is Schoolhouse Rock with Andrew Sheffield.
Yeah.
We're gonna rock it like stretched denims inside some cowboy boots.
It's gonna cost me money.
Right. You remember Mr. Morn?
Yes.
Oh my God. Now,
I couldn't remember his name.
yeah,
But now that you say that, I know who he is.
yeah, so did
Wait,
he,
say it again? Who?
Mr. Morn, he was the dean before Schwab took over?
Oh, that might have been just before my time. I think Schwab was the man when I got there.
So, this guy, he just, nice guy. He just looked kind of, I don't know, something didn't make, he was like a folk singer or something, and he, looked like a bad used car salesman, greasy hair,
Right.
greasy face, just kind of disconnected,
Yeah.
maybe overwhelmed or whatever. So, for the people listening, okay, so we went to school, it was mostly artists and musicians, and everyone, all the dudes had long hair, spiked hair, greased hair, whatever. Whatever genre of music you listen to, that's how we looked. And oh my God. So he walks in, Mr. Straight Lace, sits down, goes, "Hi everyone, how you doing?" Kind of like a creepy Mr. Rogers, but probably not meaning to be. And so he walks over the desk and he's got an acoustic guitar. We're like, oh no. And then he starts playing this folk song. It's like, dude, we're all into metal, and and this guy's like, hoo, 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 hoo. Did he do that to your class, Rob?
I don't know. I don't remember that if he did.
Oh man, I was like, give me a break.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah. Oh, so speaking of makeup and performing in makeup, one of the jobs me and Rob did was for the Sir William Top Hat Society back in college. Oh my God! So much. Okay, so this was for it was for disabled kids and senior citizens, wasn't it? I think that's what the
Yeah.
yeah. And they put on this performance. The guy dressed like a clown. He wore a top hat and shit. And here's a guy trying to do serious kind of dinner theater and he's frantic and it's just a fucking train wreck, man. The performances were just oh my God, sunshine. You don't bring me flowers. Oh my God.
You guys remember Milt Oceans?
Well, Uncle Milton?
No, he was, I forget what class he taught. The
Yeah.
grand old man of rock and roll.
Yeah, Uncle Milty.
Uncle Milty, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He had a trick, didn't he?
Yeah, that guy he would talk, and it would take some time. And then he'd keep on talking, and sometimes after cleaning the hole in his throat, maybe not. Well, the hole in the throat, there's that tracheotomy coming back, Rob.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about him.
And he'd be telling this long, drawn-out story, and he'd fall asleep.
Holy shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, when Jason says the grand old man of rock and roll, that is true. He's the first DJ in the South to play Elvis Presley on the radio. And
Claim to fame.
the other claim to fame is the last band that he signed on his record label was Casey and the Sunshine Band.
Oh, yeah.
But, so anyway, so he had all these old rock and roll payola stories. And just, so this one time I'm doing this thing for the college show, and I did this thing called Vin Man Hits the Streets. And I did this thing in the elevator, and I'm like, okay, where's the weirdest place you ever made whoopee? Because I couldn't say sex, right? And so we got John Moore, and we cornered everyone in this elevator. And Milton comes in, and I'm like, so where's the weirdest place you ever made whoopee? He goes, well, in Miami, I was in one of these. And he pats the wall of the elevator. Oh my God! And this dude, full white beard, 300 pounds,
Yeah.
sweaty, never
Yeah.
showered, cool
He
guy.
was in the 70s at that point, wasn't he?
Yeah, he seemed like 109.
Heart attack waiting to happen.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and he'd tell these stories that would just go on and on and on.
Man, I
But-
tell you, we had some cool teachers, though, in hindsight.
oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I remember I had, I think it was business law or something like that. I can't remember what the class was. Mr. Massengill.
The
And
douche?
he was, in fact, related to the founders of the women's feminine product.
Nice.
Dynasty. Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Nice.
Was he douchey?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
You were the douche.
Yeah. How do you like your wings? With vinegar?
Wings.
Pickle.
Yeah, I get it. Wings.
Right? Look, it's got wings.
But like Eddie Michelle, come on. I mean,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Classic.
yeah.
Mark?
Ooh.
Oh, you didn't have Mark, Jason.
Mark.
Video, Rob, what's his,
Madrid.
what's that? Madrid. Yeah.
I think I did, didn't I? That sounds familiar to me.
Well, he was a dude, he's sitting there and he's a long-haired dude and stuff, and he's talking, and, you know, you could tell the guy's lived a life, you know what I mean? So he's an interesting guy just to sit there and listen to, and he's doing his thing, and da-da-da-da.
He's got half a leg.
Yeah, there goes a crotch racket. And then, we're sitting there, and if you're paying attention, you notice that he has a fake leg. You know what I mean? From the knee down. So there's a lot of people who aren't paying attention. So halfway through the thing, he just like removes his leg. Dude, that was so fucking funny, and like he was, you know, totally cool. So you know,
uncomfortable.
well, yeah, you know, you could where the line was, you know. He's like, hey, you know, I'm willing to do this for a laugh, so you guys, you know, relax. You know, because really, dude,
Well, he did that commercial too for some yoga workout video, and at the end, you know, he had positioned his fake leg into a position like, whoa.
Oh,
And
really?
he had his eyes crossed and everything like that, and says, "Yoga works for me," or something like that. And you're
Nice.
just looking at him like totally discombobulated leg, and you're just like, "That's messed up, man." I mean,
Right.
obviously he had a humor about it, but
Yeah.
it was still pretty funny.
Nice.
I asked him about that too. If he still had the commercial, and he goes, "Well, I got it laying around here somewhere, but you know, probably on 3/4 inch tape anyway."
Yeah. Hey, Rob, tell the Mutt story.
Which one?
Mutt.
Which one's the Mutt story?
Mutt Casino, Florida. Training for blackjack.
You know that story better than I do.
Oh, you were there.
I know I was, but you tell it better. You're so animated.
Yeah. So you know, when you're in college, you want to, you know, if you're going to work outside of your field, you want to make sure you're making some decent money. You know, a lot of girls danced, some were bartenders, and they made great fucking money. And you know, so we're like, oh, so this guy comes into town. His name was Mutt, right? And he's like, oh, you know, we're hiring, you know, we're going to be training all these people for a casino that we're going to open, you know.
Oh, yeah, I think I did this.
Oh, were you part of that too?
I was, yeah.
That's funny. So yeah, so then, you know, everyone's like gonna make great money, this, that, and the other, da da da. So, you know, we trained for blackjack and stuff, and like my dad wasn't allowed in Las Vegas casinos. My dad's a close-up card guy. You know, and so anyway, so like I knew a lot about cards and blah blah blah, and it was fun and whatever. Okay, I'll do this. It's gonna be easy money, 3 nights a week, whatever. And so they're training us, and they got this whole fucking casino set up, and like they're renting out the Holiday Inn or some shit across, you know, that bridge that Rob's talking about that he was walking to. You know, right across the bridge from where we lived in the dorm was this hotel. So they have the whole thing set up, and you know, and it was like, oh, blah blah blah. I don't know how much money he got from the tribe. I don't know if it was 2 million, 3 million. Do you remember that, Rob?
I don't remember how much, but yeah.
But
he
it was big money. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And they were waiting on licensing to actually get everything started from the state.
Yeah. So And then, they would like basically, a bus would pull up and, take us from the thing right across the street to the casino like it was some big, ooh.
Yeah, I was just fixing to ask you guys. I seem to remember they bust us somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so everyone was training, we're training, so, da-da-da. And they're like, okay, well now we have to, it'll help you to play blackjack if you're going to be a dealer. So got into that phase where we got to play. So this one night, that's what happens. And boom, and, the pit boss and this guy and blah, blah, and, and I'm doing really well. I'm like kicking ass. And the next thing you know, like, they basically had to, go to the pit boss, had to go to the big boss, and then the big boss had to go to the biggest boss. And everyone comes in and they're talking, da-da-da. I basically broke the bank. And of course, you couldn't take anything home with you, you know what I mean? But I won like fucking, I don't know how many millions of dollars, basically tanked the fucking, and I wasn't a blackjack guy, you know what I mean? I don't get it. But when they say, hey, you can't count cards, well, what's the point of playing cards if you can't count them? What are you supposed to sit there and not think?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I wasn't into it either. It's just something that, they said, well, you're going to get paid for training and everything like that. And, I don't even believe that we got paid for the training that we went through.
No, we didn't. That was the thing.
Yeah, weren't we supposed to, though, once they opened?
Yeah.
It was like $12.75 an hour or something, and then when they get, you're supposed to, like, oh, it's going to be another week. Oh, it's going to be another week. Oh, it's going to be another.
Yeah.
So what wound up happening is the dude fucking disappears one day. All the shit's gone. The buses are gone. The fucking tables, everything, and he fucking skipped town with the money.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, they did catch up to him. And he went to jail, right, Rob?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, but it, like millions of dollars. Fucking mutt.
Yeah. Yeah, I completely forgotten about that.
Trick or treat.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
When I worked at that home, the Holiday Inn across the street, I was doing room service.
Oh my God, that's right. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was working at. Go
I
ahead.
saw some nice stuff.
I got a lot of free booze out of that Holiday Inn over there.
Oh,
Yeah.
there was a couple of times I should say, and not to don't try to stay at home, but we'd be sitting around, 6, 7, and 8 o'clock at night, and we're just like, man, I'm fucking starving, man, and I'm like, I'll be right back. Well, where are you going? I'll be right back. So I run across the street to the Home Depot, and I'd wave over to the bartender, just checking out my schedule. So I'd run into the kitchen because, where my office and where the schedule was, and I'd grab like a loaf of bread and a pound of bologna or ham or cheese or whatever, and I'd open up the kitchen door, and I'd put all my goodies outside the door. So when I walked back through, everybody would see that I was empty-handed and say, all right, I'll see you tomorrow. My schedule's, And then I'd go back to the back door and grab my, loaf of bread and my pound of meat and cheese and measures. Exactly. So then I'd go back to the dorm room. Dinner is served. Like,
right.
Oh my, yeah,
Totally.
Oh my God, there is a Messiah.
Fucking food for a week. I remember my food allowance in college was $6 a week.
Oh boy.
But for $6, I got remember, I got 2 loaves of bread, like 10 cans of tuna, a bag of chips, 2 2-liters. And that's all. Yeah. Oh, and a box of ramen.
Oh yeah.
That's all you need.
I ate so much ramen in those
when
days.
you're fucking 21 years old.
No shit.
I was eating it on bread, like ramen sandwiches, like putting cheap spaghetti sauce on it.
Yeah.
Exactly. I used
It's
to go
a culinary
to
delight.
and get like the 5 pounds of generic hot dogs and get
Oh
like
my
a
God! Oh yeah, and
5-pound
hot
bag
dogs
of,
too, because that was cheap.
Potatoes.
Yep.
And then I'd get a case of the ramen noodles too. There's $10 for a whole week's worth of food. And maybe I would get like a cheap jar of spaghetti sauce too, just to change it up.
Yep.
And then the cool thing,
50-pound bag of white rice and a jar of Tabasco, big thing of Tabasco sauce.
and that's
There you
another
go.
reason why I gigged on everything. I tried to get everything because they fucking fed you.
Oh yeah,
So fuck
Absolutely.
yeah, I'm gonna do that gig. Sure.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have fucking ribs on my own.
I don't
Yeah,
think
we're-
people realize, man. Food was everything. I mean, we were starving, man.
Oh,
we were
totally.
hungry.
That's too funny.
And back in our svelte days,
That's right.
Too funny.
not formed via hoodie. That ain't a
the
dad
thing
bod,
was,
it's a hoodie bod.
If you had like X amount of money, you're like, well, if I buy all these boxes of ramen, then the rest of the money go to beer. You're trying to figure out how you could maximize your alcohol purchase power and
Absolutely.
still stay alive.
Absolutely. And then, or you try to host it so you get to drink for free,
There you go.
but they can
I was
use
just
your
gonna say
space or whatever, da.
I'll feed you.
Yeah, cool. Come on over, man.
Bring a 6-pack.
Yeah, absolutely. But,
And then you get Milwaukee's Best or something like that for like $6 a case.
yeah.
Dude, and I used to drink, remember we used to go to Winn Dixie? I used to get the straight up wino shit, man, like 2020, Night Train.
Night
I
Train.
tried them all.
Mm-hmm. Dude, we'd hallucinate on that shit. Night Train?
yeah.
Oh, my
Night
God.
Train. I still remember the bottle. I was like, oh my God.
Dude, I remember one time me and my roommate at the time, we each drank 2 bottles of fucking Night Train.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they still make Night Train? I haven't seen it since those days. I mean, it's like,
Yeah, I think they do, but yeah, that was crazy shit. It was like $1.98.
yeah, it was. I mean, it should have been a warning. Like, if
Yeah.
anything's that cheap, you shouldn't
Otherwise-
consume it,
Yeah, and it's probably like 1/3 radiation, 1/3 fucking
Yeah.
the shit they scrape out of hospital drains, and
Yeah, but we were like, oh, bargain, man! Look at this.
yeah, right on. Oh, and Guns N' Roses sings about it.
Right.
Even better,
We wanna
Night
be like
Train.
those guys.
Yeah, that was the biggest gift they probably ever got is when Guns N' Roses came out with that song.
Yeah.
Sales go up 60,000%.
No shit.
All of a sudden, you got all these suburban metalhead kids buying fucking Night Train, man.
Night Train, yeah.
Because Night Train was like hobo booze,
Oh yeah, straight up. Yeah,
Oh my God, the Boone's Farm,
yeah Strawberry Hill, boom, Strawberry Hill.
Meisterbrow. Oh,
Ooh.
Goldschlager.
Mickey's Big Mouth.
Oh, Mickey's Big Mouth, hell yeah.
Oh, I love the Mickey's, man.
Oh, and what was the one? What was the one? Mint one, Rumpelmints.
Oh, shit.
Woo.
And remember the Hairy Buffalo parties, man, with the big trash can with Bacardi 151 and all the fruit floating in it.
Oh yeah, hobo stew.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, they used to have that at the Love Shack all the time.
Yeah,
Love Shack just wasn't a song, people.
right.
It actually, there was a hangout before the song came out when me and Rob were, I think, in first quarter.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had some epic parties, man. I got stories from that fucking place. I can't repeat.
Just get so wrecked on that stuff, man.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it had like 10 bottles of 151, like 10 bottles of regular Bacardi. It was like,
Yeah.
it was ridiculous.
Yeah,
man.
because
We were
basically, kind of like
pick up the damn trash can and keep
Yeah.
going.
the atmosphere of our school is it was a smaller school, and like a lot of these people had to go to college somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, they may be kind of interested in music or kind of interested, and they, I would say the art side was more serious than our thing. But, like, in our thing, a lot of people were just sent somewhere, rather than going to the military or whatever the fuck,
Yeah.
Okay, fine, I'll go to this place. And then the people that got into it got way more than they paid for. No, seriously, because everyone was, I got, I know I
Yeah,
got my
totally.
monies out of that place 7 times over. But, and they were even cool enough to let us take off the day when Stevie Ray Vaughan died, and they let us all go home.
Yeah.
Of course, we went straight to the Olive Garden, which was on the first floor of the second building for the school. So everyone was there before class anyway. So everyone like walks in there, fucking, there's no way anything was going to happen that day anyway. So
Right.
they let us have the day off, and everyone jammed some Stevie. But
Or we'd be hanging at Sharky's Lounge. Remember Sharky's?
oh my God, Sharky's Lounge.
Can I have some cheese fries and chicken strips?
Good.
Yeah, and you had to have like, it's when like the $20 bill shows up in a random card that you could get like a hamburger,
Me and Eric, there's a couple of times me and Eric would put on our Sunday best, and we'd go down to the Embassy Suites, and we'd walk into the breakfast brunch on Sunday, and we just walk in like we're getting something to eat before we check out. We got like I said, we got our Sunday best in, and they didn't do anything.
Right.
We just walk in and we load up on the French toast and a bacon and scrambled eggs and
That's hilarious.
everything.
Common thing, man. We were always trying to scam how to get some food.
Absolutely. We did that more than a couple of times. I mean, we couldn't go every week, of course, because they, you might catch the same guy there. It's like, hey. Weren't you guys here last week?
Yeah, you got to switch up the hotels too.
No. Yeah, we're here on a monthly conference.
Yeah, that was our cousins. Yeah, we're working on Miami Vice.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Crockett. I got a Ferrari and I don't have use for a tie.
Oh my God. Yeah, that was a good
All
time.
about the food.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Good times.
Good times.
That's for sure.
Yeah, some other good Halloween parties. My brother used to have themed Halloween parties. And so one year he spends like fucking, he must have spent, Ray was really into it. So he must have spent fucking 3-4 weeks of all his spare time doing this thing with like a cipher. And it was like with a big manila envelope with windows cut out, and you put the paper in it, and then that gives you a code. And it was like everyone's like, dude, just tell us what, they were like calling him, hey man, just tell me when's the party. You know what I mean? Because it's like you had to do all the stuff, and every step would tell you another detail of when the party was. It was really cool.
Like, I don't get it, man.
Yeah, and everyone's like, dude, what? And I'm fucking dying laughing because I go through the whole thing. I'm like, oh my God, this must have taken him forever.
Right,
Yeah.
like you're in the Air Force, we're not.
Yeah.
We're in a grocery store, just fucking tell me.
Yeah, and then the last one he did was the Wild West. No, one of the last ones is he did the Wild West theme. So everyone was like dressed up as like villains from the Wild Wild West TV show from the 60s.
Okay.
Yeah, and I came as the credits, the animated credits. I did like the the boxed off things with all the scenes in it, front and back, and like wore them like placards, like a 1920s like protester.
Nice.
The Lord is coming. But yeah, some pretty epic stuff. Halloween's always, because then what you do is you have the first costume, and then you change out of it about 4:00 after people just got home from work, and then you go around again in another costume, and then when it got dark, you changed into your third costume. Just to make sure.
Oh, yeah.
But I remember we used to canvas, and now it's, I feel so bad for these kids, they can't even fucking, It's like, oh, you got to go to the mall and trick or treat, and that's 10 minutes. You know what I mean?
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Come on, man. People weren't really putting fucking razor blades and fucking popcorn balls. No one ate them anyway.
Yeah, right?
Like, oh, I want the popcorn ball. I want the popcorn ball.
It went straight in the trash.
Yeah, right.
No, it went straight out of car.
Absolutely.
Like
See?
apples, man. Who wants fruit? You know what I mean?
Unbelievable.
I got a rock.
Yeah, and then a few years ago, I did win best costume for sunburning man.
Sunburning.
Yeah, I was so sunburnt that you could see where my sunglasses were. It was like bright red makeup all over my scalp, and there was a tan line like where my hat was, and
That's hilarious.
yeah, it was pretty
Your
fun.
visor.
Yeah. Well, no, it was like if I was wearing like a cowboy hat. So you took it was all around white. The whole top was white, Pretty funny. But,
That's funny.
why do you
Too
got
bad you didn't do a straw hat. You could have done polka dots on your head.
Yeah, that would have taken me too long. Too intricate. But, yeah, later on that evening, I could have done all the intricate makeup work, no problem, but
Yeah.
I'm bummed. And I won't say why.
Okay, Spook.
Yeah. 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 But, all right. Okay, so, you guys got anything else you want to talk about tonight or what?
Nothing off the top of my head.
Well, make sure you
Thanks.
like and subscribe.
Absolutely. Well, I already do.
Right? Absolutely. So, next week, I don't know what we're going to talk. Probably more some Halloween shit next week, but I want to get into start talking about some like guitar players or.
I was gonna say, yeah, we need to do the guitar playing episode. That'd be
Yeah, because everyone's got slightly different musical tastes, and then could bring some players into the equation.
Yeah, I saw Marcus King last week. Incredible.
Yeah, that guy's awesome.
It's our hometown boy down here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And where was he playing?
At the Paramount up in Huntington. It's like maybe 20 minutes from here.
Yeah. And you took pictures of him, right?
I did, yeah.
And they're available where?
They are on LongIslandSounds.org. I did a small, half-hearted review, but I posted like 7 pictures. Here's the thing about that. Because of the photo pass that I got, I edited maybe 11 photos that I thought were pretty good because I didn't want to be like redundant. Because we only got to do the first 3 songs of the show.
Yeah.
And, sometimes I'm just standing there waiting for him to get an expression. And then I'd move to a different location. But, the first 3 songs really don't give you much. And so anyway, I submitted, before I could post anything, I had to go through management approval. So I submitted like 11, 12 photos, and then they only approved like 7 of them. So
Yeah.
I think that kind of went with the whole, well, if you're only going to approve 7 photos, I'm going to kind of give you a half-assed review. So we kind of blew the wind out of my sails.
Nice.
So. But yeah, they're on LongIslandSounds.org. So,
And you also have prints for sale, correct? Of other.
absolutely, yeah. I have not posted Ann Wilson, George Thorogood, or Marcus King on my my Smug Mug website, but those are where you can get all the prints for previous shows, which I should actually. My Smug Mug website has really been kind of like on a back burner for a while. But yeah, I should actually put up the previous last 3 shows that I've gone to.
Nice.
Actually, I went to a local tribute band show. I did Live After Death, which is a
Maiden tribute.
Maiden tribute. They're incredible.
Nice.
These guys are great, and they put on a great show. And then, but I had never seen a band called Shoot to Thrill, which is an AC/DC tribute band,
Yeah.
and they fucking nailed it that night. They were incredible as well. You know, the guy comes out, you know, dressed like Angus Young, and you know, he does the whole hopping and skipping all over the stage and does all the solos. And he's an incredible guitarist, incredible showman. The guy, the singer, he comes out with his beanie hat and looks like not the beanie hat, the hat that Brian Johnson wears.
Yeah.
And yeah, he sings both like Brian Wilson or
Brian Wilson.
Brian Johnson and Bon Scott. Yeah, he does an incredible job. Both singers.
Some of those tribute acts make big money too, man.
And they're huge on Long Island. Huge.
Yeah, I bet.
I actually they had a Stevie Nicks tribute band tonight, which I'm always interested in, but they were at one of the clubs that I frequent. But, I guess they're pretty good. I haven't seen her yet, but I hear she's pretty good.
Yeah, cool. I'll tell you, we had a good club opened up down here. You know, we've got like, you know, the little arena downtown, and we're like right smack between, you know, Atlanta and Charlotte, basically. On 85, and it's like, you know, if there's nothing good coming to the, you know, the arena. You know, we had for years the Handlebar. It was like a little mid-sized club, and it closed down. It was like, you know, like well, you know, this place is growing so fast that, you know, they bought it out, and they're, you know, probably putting condos there or something, you know. Yeah, how that goes. But this other little club opened up, and they were getting some good shows, and then suddenly they just kind of went belly up. I think, you know, something probably. So there's kind of a vacuum here for, like, you know, a good mid-sized club, you know, for when those acts are passing through. So it kind of sucks, really.
Yeah, Long Island is huge on clubs too. I've got, you know, Song Garden or Stereo Garden, 89 North, KJ Farrell's, Mulcahy's, Paramount, the theater in Westbury, the space in Westbury. There's a lot of theaters and performing arts centers here on Long Island.
Sure. You ever get to Stephen Talkhouse, Rob?
That's like an hour and a half away.
Oh, it's that far? Okay.
Yeah. If I were going to go there, and I was thinking about going there to see Samantha Fish next month.
Yeah.
But the tickets for her show are $125.
I'm telling you, man.
And then two nights later, she's playing in Brooklyn, which is actually closer to my house, and they're like $25.
Wow.
So, and somebody was saying, it's the party we were at last night. They're going to go see Jose Feliciano, I think tonight or next Saturday. And we're going to be at West Hampton Performing Arts Center, which is out by the Hamptons, and that I guarantee those tickets are $100.
Sure. Yeah.
So out there, they're very expensive out there. But again, you know, you've got millionaires living out there.
Sure, yeah, what's 100%, man? Yeah, it's tough, you know. I mean, back when we were young, you just go to shows all the time. Now it's like you got to save up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I need to put in for Trans-Siberian Orchestra. They're going to be playing at the new Belmont Arena, where the New York Islanders are going to be playing.
Okay, cool.
So,
man, what a great idea that was, right? You know,
absolutely. Yeah.
John Oliver from Sabotage.
Yeah, he just got busted last week for Dewey.
I read that. Yeah.
Yeah.
16 years old, still hitting hard, huh?
24 hours ago.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Great band.
Yeah, he was banged up for a little bit.
Yeah. Talented fucking guy, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Chris Allman had this to soul, right? What guitar player.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
What was that?
Chris Oliver, you know, his brother, that was the guitar player.
Oh, gotcha.
He had died in a car accident years ago. Yeah.
Gotcha. Jason, how's your pussy beer doing?
Well, you know what? It's still flowing, man.
Nice. Nice.
Solid.
Nice.
Every time I
Trying-
go to the fridge,
trying to
there's
watch
one more
my
sticking
figure.
up.
Nice.
Like, pick
Are you
me,
drinking
pick
it
me.
right out of the can like a fucking ape?
Oh yeah, yeah. Salt,
Right on,
salt,
brother.
Salt, and just go for it.
Right on.
Too funny.
Rob, you got the cap off your bottle, or what's going on over there?
It's done, man.
Oh, I guess I better.
Nice.
Pour
Yeah.
some more. Pouring some more. There you go. I know you heard it.
Well, I had to have a full glass with my cigar before I even got online with you guys. So
Yeah, you got a pre-show. You got to get
That's what she said.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. The pre-show before the
Yeah.
pre-show.
What kind of cigars you smoking, bud?
Tonight I had an Arturo Fuente, which is Dominican.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
So,
Jay here's a pipe smoker.
Oh yeah,
that's what I heard.
Wait, did I say pole smoker? Pipe smoker. Sorry.
My
Yeah,
bad.
I listened to your podcast from last week.
Nice. Yeah. So interested to taste the pipe tobacco.
Yeah, man.
Uh-huh.
Very aromatic.
Right. And how many cigars do you have a week there, Rob?
It varies, but I'm not one of those.
Depends how much booze he drinks.
Exactly. I'm not like a Winston Churchill where I wake up and have a cigar and have a cigar after that either. It's just, typically when I get together with my buddy Mo for football or just hanging out, I'll have 2 cigars and, have a double scotch and just shoot the shit with him.
Gotcha.
But that's typically our Sunday afternoon type thing. But I might have one on a Tuesday, maybe one on Wednesday, and then on a Friday. So I might have maybe 4, maybe 5 a week.
Yeah.
So
And
I
you,
don't get too crazy.
and you keep your stuff varied, or do you smoke the same cigar brands?
There's about 10. Well, there's a company manufacturer called Camacho, and they have maybe 5 or 6 different types of cigars. Then you've got Arturo Fuente, which has like 20 different cigars, or probably more. And then you've got My Father's, which I forget who makes those. But then you've got Liga, which are Drew Estate, and they've got all them brands. But there are a few things that there are go-to cigars when I go to my cigar shop, my tobacconist, and pretty much get the same things. But I got a couple of today when I went to the shop, and got maybe 3 or 4 that I haven't tried yet. So,
Okay.
but there are a couple. I mean, that I really like. And I was talking to one of the guys. Actually, he was a customer. He goes, "Have you tried one of these?" I'm like, "That's a little too rich for me." The cigars are like $125 a piece.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Don't bother." I'm like, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah, your best bet is to get one of these, which are like $20.
Yeah.
And which is still a little too rich for me, but still, it's just." I said, "Well, what was the problem with it?" He goes, "Well, I'll tell you what, that $20 cigar tastes a little bit better than the $125. Not only that, but I paid $125 for it, and it canoed on me, which means it kind of burned uneven.
Yeah.
So you kind of like, your ash might be 2 inches long, and half of the cigar, the paper hasn't burned yet, and so it's they call it canoeing." And it's just like, dude, you're going to sink that kind of money and it's going to canoe on you. Like, no, I'm not going to risk that. First of all, it's too rich for me, but, I would be immensely pissed off if that happened.
Sure. Do you smoke one in one sitting, Rob, or do you like smoke?
Oh, yeah.
Come back
No, I do one. Earlier I just sat out here and I do the whole thing.
He takes it all.
Oh yeah, straight in.
Right on.
So,
Yeah.
yep.
No, I like cigars. I also like fucking white trash cigars.
White Owl.
No, not white out. No, the fucking what do they call them? The fucking
Backwoods.
Those taste like, dude, my cousin would always break those out, you know, and I'd be like, you know, dude, thanks for the fucking dirt fucking cigar.
Right.
You know, what the fuck?
Roll this
Swisher
dirt up
Sweets. I'm like,
smoke
dude, Swisher Sweet, I don't give a fuck, you know, whatever.
We call them dog turds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, no, I get like the smaller cigar. I don't like the dark cigars. I don't like the big honking ones. I get like the ones that you can get like 10 in a tin.
Hey, easy now.
Hey, that's just
Sounds like a sensitive right now, man.
Yeah, that's just my thing, you know. But
That's the way you roll.
yeah, but no, you know, I'll spend, you know, occasionally I'll just drop in for the shit, you know, shits and giggles and grab a cigar. But,
Gotcha.
you know, but more, I'm into the, you know, like today I'm smoking lemon cake, 30.76% THC.
Very nice. I like to see you get into the pipe. Get your pipe game going, man. You need like a big, like Sherlock Holmes, like Meerschaum. You know what I mean?
Yeah, see? I just smoke my pipe all day long.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit, Sherlock.
Right.
No shit, Sherlock. Coming this fall on USA Network.
Right.
Right.
666 cold preparation.
Man, I wish I still had that tape. That was. I hate that I lost those, man.
Quit shaking hands with death and get 666 cold preparation.
And I think it was like the one time in my life, I think I was wearing a pink shirt too in that video, wasn't it?
Dude, you're fucking hilarious. You're just fucking blinking.
I'm like looking at the camera, you know, to see if I'm in frame. Like,
Quit shaking hands
Yeah,
with
there's
death.
no
Get
acting in my
666
future.
cold preparation.
real quick that I wasn't cut
Well-
out to be on.
Well, yeah, just like, you know, so there was, we're taking advertising class, right? So me and Rob are in the same class and da-da-da, and they're like, okay, we're going to have this final. Dude, it's like a total bullshit final. Me and Rob are already getting like an A in a class. We didn't need this fucking, you know. It was faster for us to go do a commercial, shoot it, edit it, and do everything fucking, we could do that faster than writing the paper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we asked him if we could do that. And he's like, yeah, sure. And the advertising teacher was really cool. Yeah, what was it? Do you remember? I can't remember his name.
No idea.
But anyway, so we did this thing called Calhoun and Muskie's Cajun Hot Sticks. Cause,
Oh yeah, them bitches are hot.
I'm Muskie.
Oh, Calhoun.
And right here, Calhoun and
God, that
Muskie's
just flew in my
Cajun
brain.
Hot
Now I
Sticks.
forgot that.
You know I like my seasonings little on the warm side. And look, it's got three kinds of spices and a host of other flavors. Hey, we better get some. Hey, we got any beer?
Oh,
No, we
man.
better go get some. All right.
Calhoun and Muskie's Cajun Hot Sticks.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, man, we got an A done. And it took us 3 hours to do the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I forgot about that. You said that, and it just flew out of my brain. I
Yeah.
hadn't even thought about that.
Yeah, because in one of the care packages I got from my mom at the time was a package of Cajun hot sticks from, Eagle Snacks or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So, and I still have,
funny.
and have always had that canister as my pen and pencil jar on my desk, and it's right in front of me. Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yep.
And
And
you had that 666 cold.
666 cold
preparation.
preparation.
yeah, that was awesome. It was fun times, man.
Holla.
Good times.
Absolutely. Okay, who haven't we? Remember Carl,
Yeah.
dude from Key West? That dude was wow.
That guy's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Raw.
Carlos.
What was it? Who? Carlos?
Carlos, yeah.
Then there was that
He
Ray.
had a big boat.
Yeah. The boat.
Mm-hmm.
It was weird. A lot of dudes would come down from New York and bail after first quarter.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
You know, or people would get way too drunk because it was the first time they stepped outside of their town, and they were just like, "Wow!"
Get homesick. They get homesick, and
Yeah, that was another big one, you know. But yeah, you know, it all shakes out in the end, I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. But absolutely. All right, I think this is a good time to call it here on the website. Hang out, guys, for a couple seconds after I do this because my phone's about to die. But yeah, you know, this has been Creativity with the Vag, and our special awesome guest, Robert Armstrong, who can come back anytime he wants to. And, you know, sometimes your friends come up with a weird idea, and sometimes it's really bizarre. You may look at them in fright, in admiration, or just a blank look because they're a fucking idiot. But, you know, when it all comes down to it, that's just creativity talking. Have a good one, everybody. You guys want to say goodbye?
Yeah, good night, everybody.
Yeah. Have a good night, and hey, Vito, have a good night, man.
Hey, I'll tell him I just happen to be right here. So, you know, I appreciate you guys. Love you, motherfuckers. And, you know, we'll talk to you soon. Everybody,
Okay.
have a good week.
Okay.
And as always, check us out at thevaudevillepress.com and on the YouTube channel that'll isn't up yet, but you know, whatever the fuck. But you can find us in all the places you get your favorite fucking podcast. Everybody, Biff, you got something to say? No, you pretty much fucking took it right out of my mouth, you fucking jog off. Anyway.
All right. Thanks, Vito.
You're welcome.
Biff.
Hey, have a good one.
Rob, love you, buddy.
Love you, man.
Jason, love you, buddy.
Love you, man. See you.
Have a good one, everybody. Okay, everyone, this is a special after podcast. Here's a little sketch about Andrew Sheffield. Who the fuck is this?
Collect call for Andrew Shenfield.
What, are you kidding me? That's gonna cost me.